Hello, YouTubes. I definitely just got distracted by my kitten sneezing. King Dedede is still sneezing. I thought he'd been improving because of the antibiotics the vet gave him. Like, improving in a weird way, like, you know, his sneezing behavior went from, like, the machine gun sneezes to sneezing more regularly, but, like, I don't know, it seemed like a difference, and that was good that it wasn't the same as it was before. But then he just had a machine gun sneezing moment, so I don't know. Anyways, I will have to tell the vet. Is your room acoustic treated? No. Can you tell it it's not? Well, okay. I have some audio, like cheap audio panels. I need to put more of them on the wall. So technically I have a very partial acoustic treatment, but it's also, even then, not real acoustic treatment. But anyways, because real acoustic treatment seems to be expensive. Or maybe it's not actually that expensive. Like, I know there's like DIY things, but like real acoustic treatment seems to require some more chonky things on the wall. But anyways, have I added the sniffer emote yet? Let me go and add that right now, Gerato. Man, I wish it was easier to add emotes on YouTube. Every time so YouTube only has emotes for members, to be clear, but that's just YouTube's own thing. But anyways, viewer things, emotes. On Twitch, it's very simple. Wait, I have 2 open slots for just default emotes still on Twitch. You know what? We'll make your emote available for everyone. Gerato made me an emote. So we'll use that, and then we'll get into Genshining here. Oh, you didn't even send me the files. I see. It should scale it down automatically, but thank you. Okay. Wow, that's a high resolution emote. Can I... Why is... What is happening? Discord, please. Okay, there we go. And someone in the apartment above me is using the bathrooms, and now you can hear their crap going on. Not their crap, literally, just the like faucet or shower or bath running. You get the point. Anyways, I don't know. Yeah, oh well. But yeah, Gerato made this emote, and it's here. Can I show it on? I show it for the YouTube stream 1 second. Also, I didn't put any of the chat on screen. As always, for me, I always forget. Oopsie doopsies. Do with that, and oop, Kitten's running around now. Oh, and he literally just sneezed again. That sneeze though is like the random like normal cat sneeze, but with some extra mucus. Is like what he's been doing more since the antibiotics, and he hadn't been doing the machine gun sneezes, you know, which was I think a good positive change. But anyways, Varka will be saved tomorrow. I mean, I'm just waiting for the stream to, yeah. Anyways,
I hope it provides a moment of peace all the same.
I know someone posted the TGS made another Varka video. And TGS basically apparently drew... I didn't watch myself. Sorry. God dang it, I did the wrong thing again. Apparently TGS drew the line... well, he didn't really draw a line. Instead, he did like apparently a weirder thing. This was summarized by someone else, not me. Which is... He said Varka... like his overall balance makes sense now, or okay, the balance wasn't the word used by this person that summarized it. Basically, it makes sense where he is now and has some massive Snezhnaya cope. Which those two things together doesn't exactly tell me that TGS actually thinks it makes sense. That tells me TGF thinks it doesn't make sense. And is then coping that things will change in the future. Like, okay, I don't know. I feel like it's more realistic to cope that he's free at this point. Free with Steam coming to Genshin, right, guys? Right? That explains everything, right? To be clear, again, I think for his premium team, he is fine. I don't actually think the difference between how his performance is in his premium team versus, as far as just the damage DPS level, versus, you know, non-cry premium is different enough to matter for the vast majority of players of Genshin. I don't think it fucking matters. My problem is with his like facade of team versatility that is a total ass lie, and how they basically just made him a mono pyro DPS that doesn't even have flexibility like mono pyro does. Like mono pyro, you can do shit alone in Kazuha Bennett without, like, you know, go F yourself if you want to do that with Varka, basically. So, and that's a big deal in my opinion for like his versatility for being able to adapt to things. And that's just like him as the idea of being a mono pyro DPS, let alone before we get into like the facade of him as a DPS of other elements. But regardless, that's what I will focus on in content for him, because I think that's what's actually interesting about his kit. Not, oh, let's just pair him with Durin Bennett and an Anima unit and then just have him be a mono pyro unit, but more restrictive. Like, that's my inherent problem with him. And I would like him to perform better, again, for his best team, because if he performed better for his best team, like if he was not cry DPS level in his best team, then his other element teams would be much better. Like, it would be actually quite compelling to use his other elements in a lot of cases, whereas as it currently stands, you lose so much damage potentially doing any kind of shenanigan with him that he's probably going to feel really bad, right? That's my problem with him. And that's why I think his premium team, like, I'm fine with one particular team being his best team. It's not too surprising, but I would really prefer if he was just made in a little different way, or balanced a little differently, because, like, I don't know, if he is a limited unit, I think his best team should perform up to par of the other limited units, especially with his restrictiveness and whatever, and non-adaptability compared to the other units. But then he would gain some adaptability in like having lower performing teams that can be different elements. But I don't know, I think they don't want to do that, because I don't think they want a character that can adapt to doing different elements and things, even with a restrictive kit. I think it would be fine with how they balanced him if they did that, but anyways, that's my line. But I don't know, we'll see if I can make a creator server video, and if I feel differently after making that video, or if I feel the same. I don't know. I do not know. This is just based on what I have seen other people talk about, and this is a spreadsheet take of mine trying to extrapolate out to in-game experience that I do not have with him yet. But as far as talking about Varka, thank you Agatari for the subscription. Also, I didn't upload the emote. 1 second. Thank you for the subscription. I hope the Lantern Rite quest doesn't make me want to pull Zibai, because I would much prefer. There it is. There it is. Image file size too large. God damn it! I freaking hate Twitch. Sorry, it's not I hate Twitch. I just hate modern fucking internet bullshit. Twitch is really cringe with uploading emotes, by the way. Like, I shit you not. If you have, like, the resolution must be between 112 by 112 and 4096 by 4096. I don't know why Gerato gave me a 12 million pixel image. I now have to go compress it down to apparently 4K. I have to compress it down to 4K, Gerato. Why did you send me a 12K pixel? It's pixel art. You didn't. Okay, what is the actual resolution of this? Let's find out. Also, I didn't even show you what it looked like yet. Here, open. Gotta go to my pictures. There we go. Alright, so what Gerato made me, which thank you, it's great, is this wonderful thing. wonderful sniffer fox is what they want it to be called. Snot bead dripping, and that's obviously because the DD likes to sneeze. So, you know, you can use this when the kitten goes sneezy. But, or I talk about it in general, resize. 10,000 by 10,000 pixels. So how big is an individual, this is pixel art, right? So how big did you make an individual pixel? Because theoretically, it didn't really need to be any higher resolution than this is 1 pixel. Except this 1 pixel is... Oops. Frick. We'll just do an approximation. This 1 pixel is approximately 100 by 100. So the resolution of this is 100 times higher than it needed to be. If I scale it down by 10 times, it'll be fine. Okay, we will resize, and we will go percentage, and we will do 10%. Okay. Bam. And the full information is still here. Well, it's a little fuzzy because of compression algorithm bullshit. I guess I'll do a little bit higher resolution because that's just a compression algo weirdness. Because the compression algorithm doesn't know that it's pixel art, so it does goofy things with pixel art, which is annoying. Image resize. Also, it might not have been exactly 100 times, but there's that weird factor too. I think I can do like. Well, we'll do 25. That's better. There's still minor compression algorithm problems there, but they will not be noticeable. Okay. Thank you, Durato. More work than I expected it would be to upload this, but alright, there we go. Bam. It's now there. Done. Okay. Now, let me get my windows rearranged. Oops, just bonk my headphones. I didn't have my headphones on the whole time. Alright. So, anyways. You should do Varka Dia. That would only work with, like, Varka Quick Swap, to be honest. Which doesn't mean it couldn't work. I think one of the fun things with Varka that nobody is really talking about is using him as a Quick Swap DPS on 4-piece Emblem. Or Serenade, for that matter, I guess. But, whoops, just pressing Q for style. Why not? I just noticed over here, by the way, a chest I have apparently never gotten. What's my exploration percent in this area? 85? Yeah, it'll probably stay like that forever. Why? Because Leo is a freaking low value area to explore. And, yep. But let's see. Well, there's one chest. I don't have fire. How the cat doing? I mean, I just talked about it. Have you tried AI? What the fuck are you on? Why would I? What do you mean? Why try AI? Like, are you saying like AI scalers? Like AI downscaling? The fuck would that solve? It's the same shit, yo. AI is just convoluted algorithms for, like, we don't need a goddamn LLM convoluted large language model, the power of 18 suns in the supercomputer to downscale a 1000 by 1000 image at a 1-to-1 ratio. Like, the problem there was that the Photoshop algorithm doesn't actually need a downscaling algorithm. Like, normally it downscales, and these compression algorithms exist to try to maintain information. Like, there's a reason they exist and they work like they do, and they're actually pretty impressive. But a side effect of how they work means for the rare use cases of, like, downsizing 1-to-1 pixel art, there's no reason to have, like, that. It can, like, you can literally just scale it down. and I could have, like, the solution there in Photoshop was actually to manually scale it down, like grab the whole content and squish it down at an exact ratio. That would not be the resizing function in the software, right? Using the resizing function as a software would cause that algorithm to do its thing. Well, I actually no. Okay, to be clear, I think that manually squeezing it down might cause the same problem, but it might not. I'm not sure. I'm actually not. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it's possible you could avoid it through manual work. But like using a fucking AI model for that is dumb. Anyways, yeah, the AI would do equally dumbass things, if not more dumbass things, to trying to compress it, most likely. Anyways, also would take more time because I'd have to go and like, to try to get it to do it properly, I'd have to like go and phrase the fucking prompt. Why the fuck would I do that rather than just hitting the resize button and dealing with minor errors that aren't even noticeable? You can use the emote now. You're not going to notice those things I mentioned. Anyways. Oh yeah, switching to a pirate character.
I don't sing for anyone in particular.
AI would turn it into a dog, exactly. How about this? By the way, this is still one of the dumbest things about Genshin exploration. Having to like spend fucking 20 seconds changing your team to get 0 Primogems is incredible. Like, why? Anyways. You know what? I'm gonna defend AI, not all AI. Yeah. I don't disagree with you that there's nuance to it. I'm not an absolutist on being anti-AI. I am anti-AI because of piece of shit human beings that are literally making existence worse for the mass amount of people, being the individuals that control AI systems, and those individuals are actively incentivized to utilize AI to control information flow, and I think that is their main goal. They want to control information flow and control their ability to control other people. They want to use AI as a tool to maintain their power over everyone. And I think it's actively, an AI is actively feeding into just making everything worse on that level. But I don't actually think it's AI that's the problem. I think it's these piece of shit human beings. And if you want an oversimplification, that yes, this, hello creature. If you want an oversimplification of who those human beings are, they're called billionaires. They shouldn't fucking exist. They have too much power. Now, it's not just billionaires technically. There's, you know, other problem people that are more nuanced than just billionaires. But the fundamental problem is individuals that I would say have far more power over more people than they should have power over. If systems of power over other humans are to be fair, we need to diversify that power across as many people as possible, not centralize it. And for many, many years, in many years past when I was alive, there's been a lot of active work from these individuals to try to consolidate power into them. And these are the people in control of these fucking these AI systems. And the goal is, as far as I can tell, ostensibly to control information flow in order to consolidate power to them. That's what I dislike about AI. And I've become very anti-AI because of it, because it all just connects back to that shit. I don't know. I don't see them benefiting humanity if those people are in control of it. That's my vibe. Even though I think it actually could. I think it actually is an interesting technology at its core, and could be, the tools for it could be cool. And I think there's a lot of lost nuance in the discussion of like what the fuck even art is and what being a human is and why it matters that we create art. Like there's a lot of like weird questions, and like how when humans create art, we're also copying from each other. AI technically is doing the same thing, just in a weird, less efficient way. Like we're better at learning than AIs are, and there's a lot of dumbass AI people. To be clear, by AI people, I mean like not the billionaires. I mean the people who are just fans of AI because they like that they can type in, I don't know, make an image of naked lady and get some boobies out of it or something instead of going to a porn website. I don't know. It seems to be what some people like to use it for. I don't fucking know. Like, I don't understand why people... Like, to be clear, I had my fun when, you know, it first started coming out and was in, like, a Discord call with my friends doing random generation of images relative to, like, creative ideas we had in our head. But, like, play a gacha for that or something. Exactly. Like I don't understand why certain people use it for what they use it for. Anyways, no, I'm just rambling. The point is, I don't really like current AI systems as far as how most people use them and how most people talk about them. But they do have potential to help humans create better art, I would say, and create more better quality art too, if used in the right way. I don't think that's what's happening at large right now. But being absolutist on taking one side of just like, you know, being completely no AI or for AI is not helpful in my opinion. It loses a lot of nuance in like asking important questions on how we'd actually want these systems to work. But ultimately, I don't think there's a solution in like, oh, we need problems, because there's obviously problems potentially caused by AI systems existing. And you might be like, oh, they should be regulated, and maybe we could regulate them. Sure. The problem with regulating AI is you have to fucking define it, and good luck. God damn it. Good luck defining AI. You won't. So, anyways, because you might have more of a solid feeling for what it is in your mind than it actually is. So, anywho, let's get artifacts. I should be using Columbina still because I need to. Wait, we're on our spine build right now. That's fine, I guess. What's the thing? Sorry, I need to. Why did it take so long to get to these shields? I guess the pyro might have interfered with things. Maybe, but yeah, there we go. Okay, well. Can you please die? Okay. I did not realize how annoying Overload made this domain. This was the first time I'd brought Overvape Dia in his domain. Okay. I mean, it's 2 PCM. Is the game trying to tell me something? Is the game trying to tell me something, guys? 4-piece Albaid Zibai? No. I wish. Streamlined process to make legislation than AI regulation would be this big an issue. Even if, look, I don't think regulation to AI is the solution, because I think the problems of AI come from the people that are trying to use it to consolidate power, not and control information, not anything inherent unto itself. That's my take. But anyways, sorry, my brain is computing what the hell the relevance of locking this at all is, but I guess I will. So, anyways, yeah, I don't use the shit either, because using the shit means using a product that supports giving more power to shitty people, and I'm not down with that. To be clear, using the internet supports giving more power to shitty people to some extent as well. I understand. But at least the internet can be used for me because I am more confident in my ability to whatever. Anyways, reminder, if a product is free, you are the product. Nothing is free. You are the product. Anyways, I feel like anyone regularly using AI tools right now doesn't seem to realize that. And also, even if you're paying $40 a month for it, by the way, it's still free. Because it's so goddamn overly expensive and overpriced. There's like no AI company making money right now. That means it's free functionally, even if you're paying for it. Just free in a way it's harder to wrap your head around because you are exchanging money for it. Anyways. Yeah. Why am I... Okay, I've seen like so many non-crits. I'm getting trolled. I guess that makes sense. I'm not on the high crit rate build. Oh yeah, Raiden got her weapon swapped. Yup, I understand. I left that on. I guess it's fine. That. No, not that. 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 There we go. Okay. Back to regular build. Cat update. Sure, 1 second. I resize my window, so I accidentally have the YouTube window too small. Chat GPT to write essays. I mean, that's just students in school cheating. What's fucking new? Oh no, it's even easier for students to cheat now. I mean, the thing that we need to do better in an education system is teach things in a way that actually makes students want to learn. So, yeah. Anyways, cat cam. I'll do cat cam in 1 second. I don't know. I think actually the issue of I know it might be a little insensitive to teachers, but the more I've thought about it, the more I'm just like, you know, at least in the United States, the education system has more problems than I think AI use for writing essays. That's just like, it's just students cheating. And the bigger failure is making students not want to learn in the first place. So, like, I don't know. But yeah, I feel you if you have to be the one that's reading these papers from students. I feel you that it must suck working in academia right now. You know, I don't envy that position, to be clear. But I think you're feeling the frustration of how mind-numbing it must be to read that shit, rather than where the problem is actually coming from, which is why students have the desire to cheat in the first place. And there's always going to be some amount of people that inherently want to cheat. Interesting. If only I had HP percent. I'm still hunting for that like perfect flower for Columbina. Wait, is it flower or I think it's flower? What do I have on her right now? Oh no, I have no, because of the goblet I got. I have a perfectly fine flower, so that doesn't do that much for you, I guess. I'm really just hunting for more pieces on this set at this point, and then an on-set goblet for Columbina, and then I'm kind of done with this. The main for the time being. Still making the Eat Lua video. Oh, that is the plan. I just didn't. The reason it didn't come out is because, or any video didn't come out today, is because I got a massive headache yesterday. Like while I was playing games with friends, I got a massive headache and then tried to rest it off, and then fell asleep. Woke up at like 5 a.m. You know. So great. Okay. But don't worry, guys. There'll be a off-field lunar crystallized DPS that wants this. And you know what? If it max rolls crit, I will forgive you. No, I take it back. All right. To be clear, ER is good. I already have a piece that has like 18 ER and 25 crit damage. I don't need that. So, anyways, I don't know how teachers cope reading essays regardless, because when I was in school, I was writing some absolute BS. Yeah, I know, right? Like, so, anyways, what would my strategy be if I was a teacher currently having to deal with this bullshit? I don't know, because the problem is, like, I think there's also a lot of teachers that are super overconfident in whether or not an actual student was writing with AI or not. Like, one of the most infuriating things I've read, I guess it's kind of fun, by the way, spying on, like, because you can go to, like, Reddit communities or other open communities, Discord communities that are, like, r/teachers, right? Go to communities that are open to the public, but it's, like, ostensibly for a bunch of teachers to talk to each other. Or professors, whatever, right? Because if you write bullshit, it's still bullshit that you wrote. Yeah, exactly. I think that's better. I don't disagree. And it's better to actually read bullshit that students wrote rather than bullshit they didn't write. But it is kind of infuriating to me when, like, I've seen a very non-zero amount of teachers since AI has become a thing. When they are confronted and asked with, okay, how exact, because the teacher is very confident, like, I am very confident when I'm reading a student's paper, I know AI is being used. And then they'll say shit like, and this, it'll give you why this pisses me off so much. And then they'll say shit like, oh, when like, okay, wait, how exactly are you able to draw that line? And they're like, well, the easiest tell is when I see M dashes. M dashes, if you don't know, I think are a wonderful writing tool. I was taught M dashes in my AP English class years ago from my English teacher. And he is someone that made me appreciate, he's the first person in my life that made me appreciate writing. And one of the things he taught was using M dashes. And M dashes are this like wonderful tool, particularly for people like me. What is M dash? It's EM dash, not M the letter. It's a long dash. It's just a dash. It's a dash, but a little bit longer. That's all it is. And it's always been underutilized. But where's my freaking Chrome window? Is this not gonna work? OBS. What about, is this gonna work? Here, I think this might work. This? Yeah, there we go. And then go back to this. Okay, stupid ass OBS. So M dash is this, right? Is this long dash, right? So it's that versus like a normal dash, that, right? Is a long boy. Yeah, it's not new. So this is something I was taught to use. In particular, I found it very useful as a tool because way too often I find myself like doing connecting thoughts to each other with like run-on-y sentences because I just have long consecutive thoughts that chain together. And they are like related things that can make sense to put in the same sentence, but they're also like they like putting a like contextual information I want to add to a sentence about like a clarification on something that I predict is relevant information to provide in my writing is like, okay, I can put a parenthesis, I can do comma, I can do semicolon, but all those, I don't know, they never have the right feeling to me of like how I like using M dashes to add like an interjection into my own writing. It's like whatever the freaking Ace Attorney meme is, right? Like I don't know, it looks better, and the large spacing of it feels perfect to me on a writing level for like signifying this. Here, a quick break. Let me yap about this for a second. Okay. M dash yap about something for a short second in the middle of the sentence, and then M dash objection. Yeah. Interjection, objection. Interjection's better for this purpose, but anyways, M dash a little bit of yap, M dash, and then continue on with the sentence. And like you can do the same thing with other symbols, right? But it's like a spacing difference visually that just, in my opinion, reads a lot better without like breaking the sequence flow. I don't know. It feels like it communicates a significantly different thing to me in a natural way. The fact that you've probably seen M dashes used on occasion before and you didn't know what they were, and you don't have to know what they are to understand. Like semicolons, you know, English teachers might tell you, oh, you have to use them in a specific blah 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 blah. Whereas like but like for semicolons to be used in the way that teachers say they should be used requires someone understanding the difference between semicolon and like other punctuation for like being a sequence breaker in a sentence kind of thing. And like M dashes don't require that. They don't have this bullshit. They're just like a natural sequence breaker for spacing out sentence structure and in writing, and I found them a wonderful tool. So it fucking infuriates me that teachers, and wonderful English teachers, like good English teachers, were the ones that taught me how to utilize things like that I didn't know about before. The things that, that's the kind of thing I want to learn. And maybe enjoy writing in a way I never had before. And it's not really grammar. It's more just writing in general we're talking about. And it made me a better writer. And now that symbol being used as evidence by teachers that, oh, your writing is AI, God, that pisses me off. I'm so glad I'm out of school because holy, I would have gotten so angry if I had a teacher or a professor especially that like claimed my writing was AI because I used a fucking M dash. I would have been so pissed. It pisses me off, like, just by proxy, knowing this is happening. Anyways, so, I don't know. My point is like, I feel teachers' frustrations and having to deal with grading slop. But I also think a lot of teachers are being way too hasty in judging material as AI. So, anyways, and I don't think I don't really think the problems of AI in school are anything fundamentally new, other than it's just a fucking easier access for a student to cheat, and we need educational systems that are more flexible for allowing teachers to just teach in a way that allows proper engagement for their students to actually want to learn. If a student actually wants to learn information, they will not use shit that makes them not learn things. So, New Zenla's Lost Void? Is that Hollow Zero? I don't know. Hollow Zero has like 800 different subsections of what Hollow Zero is called. Yes, I have. I think it's good. Anyways, yeah, I think it probably sucks being a student, and it probably sucks being a teacher. But I think AI in schools and education just amplifies the problems that education already had. I don't think it actually directly necessarily causes many of them itself. That's my hot take. Brilliant. Opinion on Snake Girl from Zenla's? I hate her. Well, I haven't met her in game, to be clear. It might take me about 17 years to actually do any of the new Zenless story. I don't know. They kind of lost me in the story a little while ago, so I'll probably do the idle story, but you can't early start the idle story. So, but I hate her design. Yeah, her skirt is a crime. Her entire midsection, including the skirt, is actually a crime on design. I yapped about it in my Discord, actually. How, and particularly contrasting with playing Enfield lately and feeling like, not like there's not like Enfield is visual perfection, but there's some like design things I think Enfield does so much better than Zenless. And I watched a funny video that was, I think the title, if you want to search for it, is Arknight's Lewd Field. And it was just a dude. It was a dude just basically writing a simple little essay on how Arknight's character design is like lewd in an elegant way, kind of thing. And how like we want things that are, you know, aesthetically appealing, attractive, without being like too revealing, kind of thing. You know. And that's absolutely my vibe. Whereas, like, a lot of Zenless characters lately are the opposite of that, where they're just like, no, wear more clothes, lady. So, anyways, but yeah, I really do like Enfield's character designs. I have a problem with how Enfield's character designs contrast with the world as a whole. It doesn't feel as cohesive, but anyways, Jane's new outfit is an indication of anything. I know, right? Like, I don't know. That I feel like Sylveon, I don't know if she's here right now. Sylveon described that character as a merge of, or was it Sylveon? I don't know. Someone in Discord in the conversation. They posted a Marin from My Dress Up Darling, or Marin, plus the Jane skin, and that's what this character looks like. Oh yeah, you just called them tacky. Yeah. But yeah, I think that image that I saw thrown around with Marin plus the Jane skin equals that Snake Girl. And it definitely feels more towards the terrible Jane skin than it does. Anyways, are you enjoying Enfield? I tried it on launch, couldn't get into it. Yeah, I am. To be clear, I just claim my dailies. I think Enfield has a million structures that try to push people away from liking it, so I'm not surprised at all if anyone says they don't like it. It's got 5 million structures that confuse me, because like I feel like they achieve nothing other than like just being like, oh, how dare you, whatever. Like, I don't know, I'm enjoying it right now, but at the same time it's already very, very quickly transitioning into a, either I might stop playing a game, or I will only play it on rare occasion game, and like not a daily login experience. And if that's the case, then the gacha structures start becoming more problematic as far as leveling up characters. There's no end game currently that matters that much for, So like this can just be like a really slow progression thing. Oh, can I show a weird problem I have right now? Here, sorry, this is a completely off topic. Also, I didn't show cat cam. I need to show cat cam anyways. I'll show cat cam and talk about this at the same time. Anyways, Enfield is good. I like it. It's not for everyone, and that's fine. That's a good thing. Games should not be made for everyone, in my opinion. Look at the creature. They both like sitting in this basket, by the way. I think I'm going to get yet another cat tree that has this basket. So, not necessarily the same one. Anyways, slowly. So I have this little, this is like a plastic chair mat, so I can, you know, slide around relatively easily, and also like make it so like there's not like any, because like there's oil in the chair, right? If you've had any office chair or whatever, particularly a one that is used like this one, it will very slowly leak onto the carpet. Like, it's ideal kind of to have a mat underneath your chair when it's on carpet. It's been slowly sliding up over here. You see, it's like raised here. That's really annoying. It's really annoying. Anyways, so, and like I have a cat tree sitting on it, so I have to like move the cat tree to like slide it around. Anyways, I want to do Zenless story, but like one sec, Kibby. They're gonna be cat tree neighbors, yeah. Ostrich. Oh, sorry. Look at this creature. I'm gonna turn cat cam back on. Look at him. He's just staring down at us right now. He's staring at you, chat. His attention's on you. This is your perspective. You're all the way over here. Anyways, he has the high ground. Yes, he does. Anyways, okay, what are we doing? Yeah, we should probably do Lantern Rite. I didn't log into Polearms Only yesterday. You know what? We should go log into Polearms Only quick, do dailies there, and then get the hell out. But yeah, and then we'll do. So just for clarification, by the way, boy, we've been distracted. Did some of Lantern Rite already, but not really any of the story. Like just the bare beginning of the story. So. Does anyone know how long the story is? I hope not very long. I'm not going to guarantee we're going to finish the story today. But I hope it doesn't make me... I've heard people said it made them like Zebai as a character. That would be the true curse to me, is if this made me like Zebai as a character, plus wanting to... and then wanting to pull her. It's 4 hours? Okay, we're not finishing it. Cool. That is absurd. Okay. Okay, that's sure. I guess we are logging. Why not logging the Polearms Only? We're not finishing it regardless. It's not 4 hours. I mean, look. Every time I ask how long is quest in chat, the longest answer plus a little bit more is usually how long it takes me to do it on stream. So, I don't know. Anyways, I will do my normal thing of I will read the dialogue and I will click to read through it unless I'm like listening to the character's voice. I do not need to listen to the whole yap, right? But anyways, yeah, yesterday was one of the first days in a while I haven't logged into Polearm Only. And again, I probably would have if it weren't for that massive headache I got yesterday. But oh well. Zubai's personal story? Oh no, I'm aware. I'm not surprised. Which, I don't know. Without any spoilers, do you guys like that they went that approach for Lantern Rite this year? I kind of don't know that I do, because to me that means we lost like a Lantern Rite storyline that could be about more characters. So just say no or yes, don't spoil shit. It could be about, that's my prediction, is like if it's too focused on Zebai, because it could obviously involve plenty of other Leeway characters. But if it's like too focused on Zebai, then that feels like having Zebai's story be the Lantern Rite story this year loses the other, a different Lantern Rite story that we could have had, right? That's my prediction. But that isn't to say it's going to be a bad story, it just means like did we just lose like a normal Lantern Rite quest this year in favor of them making a let's advertise the buy character quest kind of thing? Because sometimes the like character quests feel a lot like, well, we got to make sure we make the players feel positively about this character, so that there's a daily over here that never happens. Feel positive about this character, because if they feel positive about this character on a characterization level, they're more likely to pull. Right. And that's part of why I'm stubborn and I tend not to like doing character story quests when they are currently out, unless I already pulled them. Like when they're on banner. Because that strategy doesn't work at all if you don't play a character story quest and they're not on banner, because you can't have a temptation to pull a character that's not here. You can use their FOMO bullshit against them if you play the story quest after they are gone. In the case of Lantern Rite, you have no damn choice, so I think it's kind of lame that they're doing that. But also, I don't know, but she is a Liyue related character, and they could integrate it well. So I'm not inherently against the idea, right? I'm just yapping before I've even done it. Didn't feel like Lantern Rite. Didn't care for Hu Tao's last year. What happened last year? Yeah, that's fair. Like, I'm not saying all the Lantern Rite stories are that good. What did happen last year? I can't even remember. Oh boy. Hu Tao died last year, did she? Oh, well, yeah. That was the whole ass. Yeah. No, I like last year's. I don't know. I don't think it was like 10 out of 10 or anything, but I remember enjoying it. Please. Can I? What? I did not. Okay. Keep Hu Tao did. But you can play the story whenever, right? I mean, yeah, they did say it's available permanently. By the way, oh, I just realized that's kind of weird too. The fact that this Lantern Rite story is just a character story quest functionally. Not just, but, you know. Kind of means it's like, oh yeah, wow, look, for the first time ever we can replay event story. Except it's just a character story, which has always been permanent. No? So it feels like they didn't do anything new, but then try to present it as them being awesome and like being nice that they can make the event story playable after the fact. But I don't know, they made a whole UI. Sure, okay, we'll see next patch if like the major story, or not major story, the major event next patch ends up being playable again after the patch. So, mixing in story quests to other quests of the past year, yeah, I'm aware. And I would say the weakest part of the Nogcry quest was how they integrated the Never quest, by the way. They did not do a good job of that. That part of it was done well, but that part was only the very, very end of it. And they could have done that a different way than how they did the Never quest. Is an Easy Breeze story still playable? Yeah, but that's because they made it a permanent area. So, like, yes. Which is good. It's good that the summer event area is permanent. But again, I wish to remind everyone that, like, if this area wasn't permanent, we would have literally only gotten three updates last year with permanent exploration. And again, I'm gonna always go back to Fontaine. We had first patch of exploration, then we had a second patch of exploration. I forgot. Wait, what did Fontaine start with? Did we start with over here? Was this? It was 3 patches of like this area, right? It took 3 patches of expanding Fontaine, and then there was Chenyu Vale, and then there was this area, the underground Remuria, which is great. That's freaking fantastic. I still want to redo it on my main account because I fully cleared it on my. I did clear it on my main account, but I fully cleared on my polearm account when I was farming for Arlecchino. And then on top of that, we got the summer event, right? We had 5 patches of exploration plus the summer event, and the summer event was temporary. This we got 4 with the summer area, but the summer area is permanent this time. So thank God it's permanent. Because otherwise that would look really terrible in contrast. And yeah, Semilank was great. Like they slowed down the exploration a lot. It seems like they're continuing with that, right? Where we're gonna get like 1 Nodcry patch. We got 2 Nodcry patch, and it seems like we're gonna get 1 more Nodcry expansion. Based on the structure of everything here. Or no, we definitely will. And then maybe we'll get one more this year. Like, it seems like they're going to do 4 a year again. So I don't know. I still wish to emphasize it feels like we're getting less exploration than we used to in the past. In exchange, you could say that maybe the quality has gone up. I think in some levels it definitely has. I don't think it's net negative necessarily, or objectively negative. But I'm just saying, it being permanent is like... The summer area should have always been permanent, but I think they also only did that because they had to. Relative to, yeah, anyways. Dorman Port, yeah. I mean, Dorman Port was referenced by Lieben, so that seems to be the likely additional area this year. And probably the summer area. I mean, surely Dorman Port isn't just going to be a vacation area, man. What am I doing? Nodcry exploration is boring. Fontaine is peak. I like Nodcry more than Fontaine, personally. Fontaine has parts of it that are really enjoyable exploration-wise, and parts of it that aren't, to me. It's hit or miss. Nodcry I have not disliked so far. It's felt like a good balance of, like, time taken to explore, and integration to the quests in a way that I liked more, but I don't know. Anyways. But yes, Simulanka not being replayable is crazy.
Observe. Close your eyes.
People have been saying we'll get Dormant Port for the past 4 years. Hasn't every single time Lieben mentions an area been like what the new area is in the year? No? Am I wrong on that? I don't remember. Tried easy breezy for permanent Simulanka any day? Yeah. Yeah, he mentioned Nodcry last year. Yeah. But like every single time he mentions a region or like some random new area, it's usually where we're heading next, right? I believe. Uncle Lieben, yeah. The only reliable leaker for anything pre-beta.
Close your eyes. Night
Bam.
falls.
What does this do for me? Using a burst, lunar charge damage is increased. Additionally, lunar charge reaction. Is this even better than Staff? Is this better than Staff of Scarlet's Hands for Nefa? After triggering a lunar charge reaction, they gain crit damage for only 6 seconds, but they also get energy. Like, it'd be better than Skyward Spine. This would be like an upgraded Skyward Spine for me for a Nefa in my Dia team. The reason I'm asking is because, you know, my preferred weapon banner for Varka would be a Scofier weapon plus Varka's weapon. Because if I'm going for Varka, I think I will probably try to get his weapon, most likely. Why'd I do that? But you do need to evaluate how risky a weapon banner is based on what the other weapon does for your account. And Flint's is a weird one, especially when I have a perfect enough build on Staff of Scarlet's Hands. I mean, we'll 4-line principle it, but like minimum, let's be real, that's not happening. But you never know. Prove me wrong, game. This is my polearm only account, so this is a C3 Flint. Flynn's Esco for polearms only. I mean, I'm not gonna pull an extra cop. Well, god damn it. By the way, the only reason I'm farming this domain, by the way, is I'm looking for a 4-line circle that's crit rate, attack percent, crit damage main stat. Friday in 2 weeks. I think there's a good chance the live stream might be early this time. So the live stream for Varka might be this week, but we'll see. We done? Yeah, we're done. Other than We engage with 4-line principle. Crit or bust. Goodbye. Yep, goodbye. It's also mid-roll flat attack. Varka Arwen Durin C2, but probably won't be able to clear Dire Boss because no Venti. That's your plan, I assume? Yeah, that's... Yup. Yup. Because not only did they make... Yup. 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 I don't know. We'll see how the Stygian is next patch, but... Yup. Scofier worth going for Rio if I'm running my Durin and Bennett with Varka. I mean, Scofier for Risley is just a matter of, do you want more team options for him to feel compelling? The problem with Scofier for Risley is like the team damage balance will not feel as much like Risley compared to playing Melt Risley. But it will probably be better if we're talking like Farina, Risley, Scofier type thing, right? I would not recommend running Shenhe on that team, frankly, because I think if you put Shenhe on the team, they're going to have the same effect I had when I played Shenhe, Scofier, Farina with Ganyu, where I literally went through, to be clear, in Stygian I probably would notice the difference more nowadays, but like, Stygian doesn't really care about what cryo on like a Scofier Farina, like with the cryo boss coming back next patch with the Scofier Skirkri run. A Scofier Farina Shenhe at a baseline plus whatever cryo on fielder, Rosaria, Kaya can clear the fearless boss, I'm pretty sure. Not necessarily easily per se, but just Shenhe flat buff go burr, right? And like in Abyss, the experience I had with Farina, Scofier, Shenhe was that DPS Charlotte cleared at the same speed or in some ways better because of her front-loaded damage, like front-loaded rapid hits that uses up Shenhe's burst quicker compared to Ganyu, such that like DPS Charlotte performed essentially just as well as DPS Ganyu, normal Ganyu. In Abyss, and I wasn't like powering down Ganyu or anything, and I didn't go out of my way to like min-max anything on Charlotte, I if I recall correctly, like so, and I suspect you would have the same experience with Risley, but I think part of that problem though was Shenhe, because Shenhe increases the Scofier's damage. You could choose to play someone else other than Shenhe and help that problem a little bit, at least. So, anyways. Yup. But then the team's gonna perform worse, so... Depends on your standards, as always. But yeah. If you want to clear the cryo boss next patch, you're gonna maybe want a Scofier for Risley in Stygian. And maybe you'll want a Scofier or Risley just for team options, because ultimately, I don't think it's that big a deal. Like, Risley will probably still be doing more damage than Raiden does in this team. To be clear, the reason to use Raiden in this team is not Raiden's damage, it's for her as a buffer for Columbine and Effa. But, anyways, let's do Lantern Rite. We're doing the mini games first. They're all unlocked, I assume. Yeah. So Lanyan's still here, but she's still locked out, I think, yeah. If you want to clear the cryo boss, you just want a Scofier at this point? Pretty much. It's not technically necessary per se, but most people, yeah, they're just gonna want that. Where am I going? Oh yeah. Varka, virgin like Chaska? Yes. But it's going to have some of the same fundamental problems as Chaska, where they design Varka in a way where if you put in Dendro, screw you. Because if you want Virgin to work, what do you need? You need Hydro, you need Dendro, and then you need Pyro, obviously. So let's say you do... I mean, it doesn't really what power unit you do, because Varka will be doing Pyro application, but Probably Durin still is best because you would want Hexarai and whatever. But then Durin's the one doing the most of the virgins. Well, he's not necessarily doing most of the virgins. He's just doing partial of them. So I don't know. Anyways, you throw in a Pyro unit, throw in a Hydra unit, throw in a Denjo unit. If you do that, you're not fulfilling either of Varka's elemental conditions for increasing his multipliers, which is having either a shared, it's both having an enemy unit and a shared element of Pyro, Hydro, Cryo, Electro. And therefore, not only does he not get a 2.2x multiplier, he gets a 1.0x multiplier, which makes his multipliers very low. To the degree that, yeah, probably full EM might just be better there. Unlike Chaska Virgin, where Chaska just loses a bullet that she's guaranteed to get. Like, at C0, she just goes to 3 bullets, I believe. Or no, isn't it RNG for 2 or 3 bullets? Like, it's still not very good. But Chaska doesn't get hurt as much as Varka gets hurt by trying to do something like Virgin, was what I would say. So, yeah. Anyways. Varka seems like such a fun unit. What I just described there, I think, is an anti-fun design. Like, they made a versatile unit that can do different elements, and you could theoretically do things with Virgin, but then they designed him in a way where, like, he's not going to get very good damage. Like you could just not use Varka's kit and do Pyro. Like, you could play Bennett Varka, Bennett as your Pyro unit to make sure you have Pyro. And then Lauma, Farina, because you have Bennett healing, and you damage bonus go Burr. But guess what? The experience of, like, using Varka just with C6 Bennett infusion and not using Varka's skill at all is probably not going to be that much worse than when you actually do use Varka's skill, aka when you're actually using his kit. That's the problem in that design, in my opinion. That's kind of anti-fun. The fact that you can have this idea and it'd be cool, but then he has a kit restriction that functionally invalidates much of the point of his kit if you try to do something more creative with him, rather than play the team they want you to play, which is mono-element things. So, anyways, this is the combat thing. I guess we'll do the combat thing first. I heard one of these lets you try Zibai. Oh. Okay. Yeah, sure. I guess I will use Nefer, because I don't want to subject myself I don't want to subject myself to anything related to the crab, just in general. Columbina's on Albe with no ER right now, but whatever, it's fine. Whoops. Where are you? There you are. Oh, 2026 team locked impact. Yep. Yeah, again, my problem is, like, whatever, characters can have their best teams, but they don't have to entirely fuck other team options in exchange for that. So, especially when this character gives the facade of having versatility.
Can't hide the truth.
Okay, suddenly I kind of want to kill this.
It all adds up.
Can I kill it? I fucking kill it, right?
No more lies.
What am I doing? Trying to decide how much sanity I want to lose trying to kill this thing. I don't have a Serenade going right now, so I forgot about this mechanic. Where'd my energy? Oh, I guess my skill wasn't hitting for a while when it went up in the air. I don't know. I don't think I can kill it. Unless there's buffs that happen, I guess. There probably is buffs that happen, I guess. I don't know. I'd have to go actually look at how the buffs work here. To see if I can kill this thing. No.
Can't hide the truth.
I wager no. Right? But I don't know. This crab is weird. There's lots of things you can abuse.
My
This might be the first time I'm interested in actually fighting the crab by choice, but
positions.
leaning towards wouldn't be that interesting.
The mystery unravels. Can't hide the truth.
It'll obviously be worse in 2027. Okay.
How?
Wow. No. Cool. Oh boy. What is this shilling? I'm trying to predict who the trial characters will be. Okay, well. Inef is gonna be the trial character here. Maybe with Lynn's. And then, okay, Zebai will be the trial character here. They're just gonna throw an eventy here or something? I don't know. Yup, freaking knew it. Alright, Durin makes sense, yeah. And that means... use Kazuha. No. These other characters are not advertised as flexible? Yeah. I really dislike how Varka presents himself as flexible while being essentially everything but for most players. Like, I'll probably be able to invest him into enough, and I have the... C2 Durin helps a lot. Like, I will have the tool... Well, I'm not always going to play him C2 Durin, right? But, I will likely have the tools on my account to make him work with different kinds of shenanigans that most other people won't be able to do. So... Yep. I think it takes unrealistic investment requirement to make Varka work in a way that is more interesting. That is what is unfortunate. And it feels unnecessary to me that they did that. But still, if you like him, it won't be that hard. As always, it's Genshin. It will not be that hard to have fun with him. Just do this.
Everybody stand back! Dare to mess with me? Truth repeats its course. Up and away!
I don't know why I was doing it.
Closing in. Dancing
Bam.
in the wind. We'll see about that.
I think my game audio is a little low. Does anyone else feel that? I can't check my game audio right now.
Dare to mess with me?
I feel like I lowered my game audio and I just only noticed now. That please.
The story has only just begun.
Too late for regret. Teamwork is dreamwork.
Yep. Kill them with that. Do this.
Dancing in the
Bam.
wind. Closing in.
Oh, I lost an E said.
Up and away. We'll see about that. Everybody stand.
We're not gonna get another one. Oh, burst! Bam! I don't know if we actually killed him. Alright, 92,000, nice. Alright, let's go check my audio quick. Hello? Windows? There we go. No, it's still at the settings I normally have it at. Okay. Man, Genshin's audio bounce is kind of all over the place right now. Just gonna increase the volume, let me know if it's too loud. I had it the same as what I had it set up before. Yep, Flynn's and Effa. You know what that means. Of course, this is after I just... you know what? I'll use the riding team. What's the worst they can do after a faction lock? I mean, they can do faction lock plus needing 2 specific elements of shared elements plus needing 1 other specific element plus needing faction lock.
Shines eternal.
You know, they could do that. They could do multiple faction lock, but they'd never do they could do multiple faction lock too. But you know, functionally, they may as well have already done multiple faction lock by the fact that there's reasons to pair Durin with a non-cry character sometimes.
Illusion shattered, torn to oblivion.
I don't know. They're kind of already there. the reason it's not as bad as it is in like Star Rail is because Genshin's fundamental like combat design is still inherently far more flexible. That like I don't know. I don't think it'll ever, for the vast majority of players, get as bad as Star Rail is. That's my prediction. As much as it's like, you know, I'd like to have character kits that aren't this restrictive, because it makes it harder to enjoy things. I think they will continue releasing supports that have a lot of generic utilities. So, you know. D-Cups on a 3-watch streak. You get D-Cups.
There is no escape. Defensive mode engaged.
Also, what the hell is the visual mess going on here, by the way? There's a lot more coins spawning from what I'm doing in this team compared to what I was doing before, right? It's just because I'm triggering more lunar charge. Yeah, okay. Because I'm engaging with the gimmick more by accident.
Shine down.
Not by accident, on purpose, but you know, it's funny.
Installation chamber deployed. Ultimatum protocol.
The oh, didn't even land. Coin leg is real, yeah. Because Raiden isn't a team, exactly. All right. And we get to try Zibai. And I wish no Hydro Zibai worked with her artifact set. I would do no Hydro Zibai here. Should I do it anyway? Forget. Just deal with terrible. What's your crit rate at? Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, I also don't have Eat Lua. Fuck. And they didn't give Eat Lua as a trial character. God damn it. Aww. I can't do no Hydro Zibai. Okay. Fine. We'll use Columbina. We'll just... Sure. And then let's... I don't know. Let's throw in... Is Yunjin built? I think Yunjin has equipment. She might not have the right weapon, though. We'll find out. There's free energy here. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Yep.
A new moon rises. Your grand finale.
Smite the dust. Smite the dust. Lofty wisdom will show us the way.
My dear.
Three moons converge.
Actually burst every rotation on Columbina. Surprising. By the way, we don't have Serenades, so, you know.
Divine light, shield them. Smite the dust.
A moonlit night for
Oh, we're not giving that many coins.
Flame. Strike is one. Observe.
Be cleansed.
Boop, 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 boop. One.
Smite the dust.
And
Lofty wisdom will show us the way.
A new moon rises.
all the free energy here means we can burst every rotation with a 0 ER Columbina. What a world.
Smite the dust. Divine light, shield them.
Yes, I have Sea Tuition.
Converge. Surge.
Bring it.
Strike is one.
Wait, I need to normal attack twice still, don't I, to activate Paw Patrol? That's not that important, I guess, but should be doing.
Smite the dust.
Hello? Damn.
Lofty wisdom will show us the way.
Damn.
A new moon rises.
Oh wait, you know what I want to try? At risk of this being something that makes me want to pull
Be
Zibai,
cleansed.
we'll redo this here.
Smite the dust.
I want to try
Shield them.
Navia with Zibai. Okay. Yeah, Gibraltar made the emote pretty great. And we'll put Well, I don't need to test the damage here. I don't really like Zibai's damage is not going to be representative of what I would experience anyways. In my case, it is awkward how I would want to use. I don't know what weapon I mean, I have Alhaithan's weapon. I can use a stat stick weapon. It's fine. Never mind. Where are you? Oh yeah, I haven't leveled her up. But like, one of my rationalizations with this team is, or not with this team, with Navia, is like, I don't know. The resources I could put into Zibai, I would probably kind of prefer to just put into Navia instead. So, I don't know. Anyways, do this. And we can do this. It's free.
Three moons converge.
And then we do this. Why did I don't know why I burst it. Don't worry about it. Bam. Bam. Hello. Okay. We do like this. This. And we do like another E. That is a buy. E. 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 Q. E. First. EQ, sorry. Bam. One, two, one. Bam. Hello. Bam. Alright, and E again. I forgot to E first. Damn it, it's fine. We'll do one here with this. And then do that. E. E. Q. E. 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 Q. E. I don't know, that works. Is it better? Heck if I know. Than Yujin. I mean, obviously we weren't testing premium things there. And we are getting more points, aren't we? E. Q. But that doesn't necessarily mean much. Oh. It's kind of got a fun dynamic. I like that you can make it work. You can make it work. EQE Navia. Now, what is the artifact configuration there? I guess I think you Serenade Columbina. And then if you don't have Shalonen, you use... Who do you use? I don't know. Maybe, can you get away with Frina, maybe? I don't know. You might be able to get away with Frina. Do double Hydro. That'd be kind of cool. Kachina Scrolls? Yeah, maybe. Emily review? Sure. Also, I had the idea. I should add a community point. This would be like an expensive one because it'd be a distraction in the stream. But I should do a redeem for playing with the cats or giving the cats treats, which would have a limit on it. I don't want to douse my cats in treats, and they'd be expensive, but you know, I feel like that'd be an obvious. Should I just add that right now? I don't know. Causal good for next to June? Yeah, for sure. Emily, where's the wonderful Emily? Deathmatch Emily, nice, nice. Well, that's a lot of ER on a deathmatch Emily, with a very good amount of crits still. Nice. I think for non-sig weapon Emily's, to be clear, I definitely, in most cases, would just prefer bursting every other rotation on Emily. But if you're playing her in a team where this does enable you to burst every rotation, that's quite strong. I just don't know what team you're playing. Emily's pretty versatile for different kinds of shenanigans, so it's a very nice Emily. I'm just saying I don't think if you have the pieces that have less ER, it would be a bad idea to get less ER, but I think a lot of it just comes from your on-set goblet, so yeah. Very good feather, very nice flower, relatable on-set goblet, and a very good off-piece circlet. Not a ton of attack percent subsets, but not the end of the world. Very nice. Plan on getting her Sig? Okay, nice.
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
Her Sig should be a pretty good upgrade for you. Although a little bit less crit rate, which is not ideal, but oh well. Pay $200 for these cats not to starve this month. No. It's not a donation redeem. It's a community point redeem. Alright, so that's done. There's another one in this area, right? Claim. Can we add a claim all button, please, by the way? I'm kind of sick of, for the last 4 years of my life, having to click 100 times to claim rewards in Genshin events. Like, I get that it's like, oh, it gives dopamine for rewards, but man, that went away like a year in. My cat came to say meow. Wow. Should look at my level 2 Bennett. He's meta for sure. I have seen your level 2 Bennett. He is strong. It's the strongest Bennett in the world. Alright. Does the reward not tickle the brain anymore? It hasn't for years for me, yo. It literally hasn't for years. Like, I would just prefer a claim all button, you know? It's not like... It's like the only thing that tickles the brain sometimes is when it's like a really annoying time, like when there's an event that isn't that enjoyable to do. I think the Lantern Rite events here are more enjoyable, but when it's an event that's not that enjoyable to do, it's like oh, look, I can claim all the events, I can claim all the rewards, I'm done with this. Right? Like it's only satisfying when it's like I'm free, but I would prefer that events are good enough that I don't have that feeling, right? So, anyways, I would just like a claim all button for the vast majority of Genshin events. Anyways, what should I do for the point total for this? So again, I don't have this on YouTube right now. Maybe I will eventually in the future. I still keep forgetting to look into how the add-on system works for that. But let's see, power up and channel points. Add new custom reward. So, it's gonna be expensive. How about 10,000? Again, I don't want you to whatever. So it's gonna be 10,000 for give cats a treat.
Human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory.
And yep, that's basically it. Maybe I can have a require viewer, and well, it doesn't have to require. Can I do optional text adding? 10K. Look, do you know how many people have had stockpile points? Look, maybe I'll change it, but like, I don't know. To regular viewers, 10K almost is nothing. But here, fine. We'll make it 8,000 or something. I don't want this to be redeemed constantly, yo. Like, I want this to be like a once or twice per stream type of deal. I have almost 200K. I have 5K. Give a 3-hour timer. Yeah. Okay, you know what? Yeah, we'll just put it at 5,000, whatever. The timer is what limits it more, anyways. Sure, yeah, let's do 3 hours. We can also limit it per stream and per user. I'll make sure only one person can do it per stream as well, so multiple people can do it. So it'll cost 5,000. There'd be a limit of, well, a limit of once per 3 hours is fine. Actually, you know what? No, we can do once per like 2 hours, but a limit of 3 times per stream. No, we're just gonna put in the 3-hour limit, and then most of the time it'll be a, yeah, okay. Let's keep it simple. And then background color. There we go. And do the thing where you can gamble your channel points. It'll be gambling while watching a gambling game. I mean, that's just doing the things like that. I should do those more, but I can't even remember what they're called right now. So anyways,
All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it, alone and
well, let's
unchanging.
just do that, create that, and then add new custom reward, and this one will be expensive, okay? And this one will be limit of only ever 1 per stream. And then it's gonna be really expensive, okay? Can you make 1 million damage with Raiden? On my main account, not without abusing like event buffs or weird other buffs going on that you can like conjunction of food buffs and like low res mechanics with like boss like screenshot impact. So the yes, but in consistency in real practice, no. But as far as screenshot damage, yeah, not in this team. Timeout YouTube chat. Okay. Timeout YouTube chat would be a funny redeem that would require some integration systems. And also, if I had timeout YouTube chat, I'd also want to give YouTube the power to timeout Twitch chat. So you can have a war. But predictions, yeah, that's what they're called. So I don't know. Should we just do like 25,000? Play with cats? Because like, no, it's gonna be. I actually think it should be more. Like, the problem is I'm gonna put this, and one of you with 200,000 points is gonna redeem it right now. So I don't know. I'll put it at 25,000 for now. So I shan't. Okay. Play with the cats. To be clear, add a description. This may require waking them up. That is your crime to commit. You might make me wake up with sleepy creatures. So, yeah. Also, this is gonna require I make the. Well, I don't give a shit. The most of my apartment is meant to be cat apartment area, anyways. We're already quiet enough. Yeah. YouTube chat is usually chill. All right. Trade that, and then maybe I'll do an expensive cat trait redeem, where it's like you can give the cats a specific treat, like 20,000 points for a churu. But I don't need to add that right now. Okay. There we go. And yeah, I knew it. Knew you'd immediately do it. Give cats a treat. Fine. All right. I need to. Yep. See, I knew it. I knew it would happen. I knew it would happen. They're doing all the redeems, yo. See, we have cat cam, give cats a treat, and play with the cats redeem. Well, have I done a Lantern Rite story yet? I'd probably. Well, look, okay, I kind of gave up on the Lantern Rite story as soon as someone said it'd be 4 hours long. How much is the timer? Play with the cats is 1 per stream, so we'll go play with the cats. Give cats a treat is 3 hours. So, this will be a short break. We'll see how long. Where? Okay, I don't know where. Oh, I found one. Okay. Look, he's sunbathing. You're making me. I told you. Now we gotta go play with him. But that's fine. I gotta go grab a toy. Here. You can stare at the cat while I go grab a toy. And I'll try to find Dee Dee as well. Let story autoplay while I do that. Yeah. Alright, take a drink of water. find the creature. Oshru went over there somewhere. Hopefully you can hear me. I don't know, he'll probably come back. Let go. Whoa. Alright, there you go. I should probably turn on the function to have audio from my whatever thing, but anyways. Room tour stream, yeah. Saluda moving the bags after being shamed. I didn't even see the chat. The bags weren't me, yo. You want to know who put the bags on the ground? They do that every day. They do that every single day. Like, to be clear, I could put the bags somewhere else. Like, I could put them out of the way. A 7 TV emote, what? Someone redeemed an emote request when I, okay. Yai LOL, sure. Oops, I just zoomed in my Twitch, or zoomed out. Anyways, the job blaming the cats, yes. Like, I could remove their access from the bags. But, I don't know, they like playing around with it, so I let them create a mess, okay? Gotta let the creatures entertain themselves to some extent, no? So, I don't know. Maybe I should remove it so that they're at risk of them, like, getting a bag caught around their neck or something, but I don't know. I feel like it's fine. But, anywho's, emote request, I'll just add the I. Wait, is this replacing LOL? Do I want it to replace LOL? That's fine, I guess. Sure, I can accept it for now. Maybe I'll feel like changing it later. Maybe I can do LOOL. Oh, I'll just leave it as LOL, whatever. I'm feeling it's fine. Okay. But yeah. My cat sleeps in bags, yeah. I don't think mine do, but they do like playing around with them. And yeah. I can do it all caps, so I didn't realize I could. Alright, anyways, I'm gonna fix the cat tree here a little bit, letting in sunlight. There we go, I can see my screen properly. Alright. My cat licks plastic bags, I have to hide them, I see. Alright, but yeah, hopefully next time I'll do that. I'll try to remember to turn on the audio. I have to like dig through the settings of the application that streams the thing over, and I should be able to turn on audio next time. But yeah, horse time. Yeah. Is this the puzzle? What is this one? Oh, hello. Wishing your Mora wealth and good fortune, and pleased to have met Cat. Thank you. Put EM on Ningguang for Lunar Crystallize? Probably not, although I think an interesting weapon option for her is something like, what's it called? Because you can, for Ningguang, you can put her on the Nogcry DPS set, right? And then you can put her, so get free crit, and then you can put her on Wandering Evenstar, which converts EM to attack, and that's kind of fun. Genshin music was immersive, keep it without the audio. I mean, I can keep the Genshin music and have, like, microphone audio coming from my phone, to be clear, but Noelle is a lot better for Lunar Crystallize, yeah. Like, I'm probably not building Ningguang for her, even though she's an interesting option. So, but yeah, you probably don't build a bunch of extra EM. It's the same story as, like, Anefa. You get external EM buffs. You don't necessarily need much. Oh, this is the platforming event. Okay. What? I have to hold? Okay. Wow. Veressa feels slower here than she feels in Overworld. Crazy. Oh my god, cat. Sorry. Okay, Osher just came flying in. Definitely kind of seemed like... Oh, sorry. I'm still distracted by cat. Dee just meowed in the background. I don't know if you heard him. Oh, perfect. Am I gonna fail this because of the cats? Why am I jumping? Oh, I'm not in the mode. I was wondering why I was not jumping so high. Well, we'll see if I fail this because of the cats. Alright. Oh, there's a queue. I forgot there's a queue. What is the queue? Oh, it shoots the things, yeah. Let's see. I don't know how many points we needed, but surely that was enough points, right? New record. Fuck. God damn it. Dang it. Dang it. You adorable creature. It is all your fault. Like, he zoomed up, he was like, vroom, like he does, and then launches into the basket at Mach 10. And then just, like, kind of sat there with his tail wagging out. It's not out anymore. And he was wagging his tail while looking down like this. Like, how could I know? Yeah, like, he was doing that. Oh. Mies had a crash out on this one. Oh, okay. Shao stage is the worst. Interesting. Well, I'm fine if they actually take some amount of gameplay that isn't just entirely automatic. Bro, I keep hitting these. How? I keep on getting minus 3 seconds. Wait, do I want to hit them? Why? Oh my god. How do I jump higher? I feel like I'm not jumping high enough. Nope. I don't remember if I want to hit those or not. I could hit the detailed rules button, but that's lame. Like, how the frick are you supposed to do that jump? What? Oh my god. You just saw the video title? Okay. Yeah, I needed to do Lantern Rite at some point, so. Okay. I feel like I did worse. But I don't know, because there's a... No, I didn't... Oh my god. Bro, reactivate E before hitting. I'm supposed to hold it though. Okay. That will do. What? I reactivated E. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. I understand why Mies had a crash out for this one. As much as I do like when it does require a little bit of thought to complete these events, this one doesn't feel like I have very much control over the character. You know, Mihoyo is generally speaking, good at making games. I don't think I've once seen them demonstrate being good at making a platformer. Just say it. And the Shao one is more annoying, apparently. Please just free me. I'm free. Alright, cool. Shao is difficult too. Okay, but Shao, I don't know. It feels like his movement works in a better way. Alright. Yeah, okay, that works how I'd expect. Oh gosh, it hangs in the air though. Oops. Oops. Alright, it's on cooldown. Oops. Ooh, okay, we're fine. He's so slow. Aw. Missed a little bit. Yeah, there is a very awkward animation lock. This is what I'm talking about. Like why does Xiao? Like Xiao should feel better here. I feel like Mihoyo just doesn't know how to make a good platformer. I don't know. Has Mihoyo done any good platformers like ever? That just feel good. You know, they've had like some puzzle platformers that were fine, I would say. Not good, but fine. Anyways, the Xiao one doesn't feel that hard to me. Just feels a little bad. But not hard. Alright. Whereas Barresso just felt kind of really awkward to control. I do like that it rivets when you pick up the things. Shan Yuan feels the worst? That's impressive considering how good Shan Yuan feels at a baseline. Oh, hello, creature. Meow. Would you like attention? You stopped doing your thing, or you yapped at the computer and gave us attention, but only for 10 minutes. Hmm. Meow. What? What? So where did... Oh, he went back into sunbathe. Okay. Hello. Select. It's 4,500 for all of them, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. Seems to be. Gaming. Let's see how he feels. Okay. What is that emote? Shark Heart Jam Coquette. Okay. Okay. Cat is in the way right now, by the way. That's fine. Oh no. Oops, mistimed. Whoops. Okay. Oh, had. The Gaming one feels fine. Oops, definitely didn't shoot the bullet there. Also, Cat is on the keyboard. Hopefully it doesn't cause any problems. Oh, he's now walking in front of the display. I can see that at least. Oh, I didn't realize I had to jump there. My bad. Hopefully I don't get punished for it. Okay, bunny hopping definitely faster. Aww. Hop, 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 hop. Hop, 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 hop. Gaming's is the best feeling so far because he can skip. Oh, frick. Oh, he bonked his head on the thing. Yep, that's funny. No, why is that one so annoying? Oh, okay, it's fine. That one's not like it feels bad. That's just I'm bad. So that one feels fine. I think Gaming is the best feeling one so far. Gaming is the best at gaming. Crazy. Alright. Nice. Supposed to skill for like 70% of those jumps? What do you mean? The only ones that required skilling were the ones that were fairly high in the air. I believe I tried to skill for most of them. Anyways. Oh. Really? That's really rude, sir. Oh. I was trying to catch the crime on camera. Didi jumped up here and then like put his paw through the blind right there. That's where that gap came from. And then it was like wah onto Ashru. And Ashru's like, the fuck, dude. Skills make you go forward. I'm fairly certain it was faster to just jump there, but I don't really care enough. I don't care enough for this play. Like, to be clear, that one was fine feeling, but it was still nowhere as good as like any real platforming game feels like. So I don't care enough about meh feeling platforming minigame in Genshin Impact to care about the nuances of the gameplay. You might be right. I don't really care. Ooh, I needed to hop from the ground there. Okay, that is awkward to line up properly, but that's fine. Ooh. Oh my god, what the frick? Why? What the frick did they do to Shan Yun? Bro, Shan Yun has one of the best feeling movement abilities in the game, and they just made it feel jank. What in the world? Okay. Oops. Oops, my bad. To be clear, it might actually technically... Oh, god damn it. It might... Oh my god. It might be similar to how it actually works in Overworld, but like... Because she does have this, like... The third jump speeds forward, but it doesn't feel like it speeds forward in the same way that it does here in 2D. It just feels weird. So... I don't know. Anyways. This is, an okay platforming event, I guess. Super Mario Jump where you jump 4 times in a row, except that feels good. I don't know. Like I said, I feel like the category game MiHoYo is the worst at, or just the Genshin team maybe more specifically, as far as mini games go. I really don't know if I've seen them make a good feeling platformer. Because they tried making they tried doing like mini games or platformers all the time, and they all feel bad. In some way or another. The best ones they've done is just puzzle platformers, because the platforming doesn't matter. You're just like solving a puzzle to jump up platforms. Anyways. I'm bad at Shan Yun and Overworld, but even to me it feels weird. Yeah. Like... I want to go demonstrate Shan Yun and Overworld for a second. Claim. So that was fine as far as minigames go. It wasn't offensive, to be clear. It was more engaging than if it just auto-played itself, and that I'll give it credit for that. I didn't feel like I was mind-numbing or anything, which is good. No, don't do that. Where's Shan Yun? There she is. Hello. So, E, right? So these, if we go 2D, E, those are the same. Third one does that jump forward. I think that actually just does work like that in 2D. I think they maybe just didn't tweak anything at all, but it just doesn't exactly feel as good in 3D. Yeah, physics don't match the camera angle. Like, she does that weird zoom forward, but yeah, I don't know, it just doesn't feel like it works. Like, when you're jumping around like normal with her, I find it really good, and I find it very easy to, like, go and control and land on things, but I don't know. Even having not used her very recently in Overworld, I can pretty easily target where I want to, like, do things. Whoops. That was just me walking off. Like, I know I can land over here, for example. So, I don't know. I'm very good at gauging distance with her normal thing. And she's a quite enjoyable Overworld character for me. What con is she? I have a C1. Well, technically C3. Don't worry about it. That's just the Eons on incident. The C1 is the one that lets you do so many back-to-back skills. C1 for Overworld actually lets you do... C1 for Overworld is kind of more like getting just constant skill uses on her, by the way. Like, I maintain C1 Shan Yun is the best Overworld constellation in the game. Especially when you get used to how you can go up hills with it. So, but anyways, there's like there's a timing thing you can do, because if you don't actually do that attack, the plunging attack, which you don't for Overworld movement, she she has like a -3-second cooldown reduction that takes a second to apply. And if you line up the cooldown reduction at the right times relative to when you use your skills, you can functionally like minimize the downtime between skill cooldowns to quite low and just kind of constantly be doing skills over and over and over if you get used to it. And it also makes it engaging to do because like you're trying to be smart with timing your things. It's not that hard to do, to be clear. It's just something you can kind of naturally get a feel for, but also intentionally pay attention to. And I don't know, gives her a lot of adaptability for speed traversal. But her ability to vertically traverse and not just long distance traverse is very nice. And she can get on top of a lot of things. And yeah, anyways, these slopes are kind of too much for her, but let's see. Can I get up there? Let's see. I might be able to. Dude, not quite, but you know, one dash up the cliff. That's obviously much easier still than having to climb normally. And then we can go from here to go here, right? And it's 2 dashes up. Like, that is so much easier than having to, like, and let's be real, Shallonen is not much faster. And Shallonen doesn't have the same everything else. So, I don't know. I maintain John Yoon is the best freaking overworld character in the game. And she's a healer. So, and then she also happens to do the plunging thing if you care about that. So, I kind of feel like getting her for overworld is the main reason to get her at this point. Try the upcoming Lord of the Mysteries game when it comes out. I don't know. Maybe. Depends on how it's written. If it's written in a better way than the anime was. Because it had like interesting stuff going on, but I assume it's just a gacha game. With maybe questionable writing, but the fact that it's adapting a web novel, was it a web novel or a manhwa? Whatever. It's more interesting to me. Okay, let's go do this. So Sean Yoon in the Selector next year, that would be very cool. The worst part about Sean Yoon for Overworld is definitely skyward, scatter over and over and over again. Alright, let's play Frogger. And mute myself for a little bit while I actually I should do no. Well, okay, I'll try to hold off until we do the story very shortly. What? Oh yeah, I forgot. Do I want to spend things? Don't I want to save for... No, I'm gonna save. Yeah, this one was good, because it's not Frogger, it's a Vampire Survivors type deal. Press to turn to Celadon Mare, or Mare. Oh, bam. Let's go. Oh, that doesn't last very long. Okay, don't die. Collect the goods. Alright, to defeat 30 opponents for this one? Okay. Good to know. Give me the coins. Uh-oh. Oh, I died. That's a skill issue. Okay. Even the shiny mains with C6 can't take too much Skyward Scanner? Yeah. Alright. Let's see. Incarnation duration, that's pretty strong. Movement speed would be strong. Cooldown reduction would also be strong. Oh my gosh, my stomach. You might be able to hear it. It'd be loud. Normal attack damage for this round opponent. Okay, that's just buffs. And that's health, which I apparently might need. That's good, that's good. Okay, I feel like this is like kind of the best right now. But I could be wrong. I don't know. 10 cost. 40. Alright. Oh my gosh, my stomach be grumbling. Yeah, this is probably one of the best event minigames they had, because, I don't know, Vampire Survivors likes are just too good of a simple game format to replicate with different kinds of gimmicks. I'm not trying to discredit the work they had to make to do this, but I think it's easier to make a Vampire Survivors clone that is enjoyable compared to, say, well, the cooldown reduction didn't do anything, did it? I didn't even think about that aspect. Compared to, don't die. Making a good platformer. There's a lot. I think it's a lot more difficult to make a platform that feels good, right? So, yeah. Movement speed is important. Pickup range. Round duration seems kind of nice. Attack more targets seems good. And then we'll get increased damage. Focus on this for a little bit. And then we can worry about health. We don't need health. We just need to be a gamer. Should get these two. But we'll focus on this and this and this. Okay. I should use that on enemies, whatever. Mm-hmm. Whoop. Well, the boss is already here. If I do this. Okay. Didn't do quite as much damage as I expected it to. There's a thing over here. I don't think we're gonna kill it, so actually we might be able to. I might have been able to kill it if I focus on it more in my bed. Oh, I got it. Nice. Alright, was that round 3 kill? Not bad, yeah. Not bad. True, the selector reset and let you pick again another character. That is supposedly what the case is going to be because, like, I know people are saying it's true because the customer service agent said that was the case. And the verbiage in game is kind of vague, and wouldn't necessarily say one customer service agent is the source we should rely on, but I don't know. I think there's a good chance that will be true. If it is true, the awkward thing though is like it would be nice if they clarified that this will reset every year, and we can just safely be like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna choose C1 Yai knowing I can get C2 Yai next year, right? Same story for whatever other characters. What characters have the most relevant C2s that would influence things that are awkward? I think Yai, Albedo, Klee has Death Shredder C2, right? What selector? The Constellation, the free Constellation thing. Constipation selection, yeah. Baiju, yeah, exactly. I'd be more tempted by Baiju if I knew for sure I could take him next year. For now, I think I'm just going to choose Masterless. For my next two, I'm just going to choose Masterless Star Glitter, because I can choose some Standard Banner dupes for me, but, yeah. Anyways, okay, so the Incarnation isn't actually as good as I thought it was, I think. I think this is worthwhile. Just max, or not max out, it has more levels now. More targets, sure. And, I mean, oh wait, what flight charges and releases power? Okay, yeah, sure. Canopy, explode, does AoE damage. Yep, okay. I get it. Don't need health. Buffs we could get, but I'll just hold on to my coins. Alright, let's go ramp. Why do I keep using that right away? I should stop. Alright, we can do 4 targets now, so. I think it's tanky. Holy. Oh, frick, I spit out an AoE. I see. Holy coins. Alright, how big is this? Oh, did it wipe out the whole screen? Oh. Interesting. I see. Now I'm killing things with it far enough away from me. I need more pickup range. Okay. Emerge. I'm down for an emerge emote. That's 287 coins. Holy. Alright, sure. We'll add the emerge emote. This minigame was low-key so fun. Yeah, I'm glad I ended on this one compared to the other two, because this one is so much better than the other two that it leaves me with a very positive impression of the overall experience in Lantern right here. Can it be damage? Okay, I feel like that's not that relevant. It feels like it just kind of kills everything. Cooldown is maybe relevant. I think this is good. Otherwise, I actually think this is kind of important. Pickup range is kind of nice at this point. Incarnation duration, eh. Cooldown might be relevant. I'll get one cooldown of this. And then one cooldown on this. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Incarnation's up there. Wait, oh, I wanted to wait on it a little bit, but oh well. It's fine, I guess. Timer. Let's do this. Oh, there's nothing else nearby. Damn. Okay. Just wanted to do that to get the boss to spawn, but oh, I died. Whoops. I wasn't paying attention to my health. All right. Just using horse for movement. Yeah, I can see that. All right. I'm actually gonna get this. Normal attack range, duration up. Okay. Okay, speaking of using the horse for movement. Kill them all. Nice. Okay. Nice. Okay. Let's do this. Oh my god. Taking so much bad damage. Boss is here finally. Okay. We can do this. Is this worth it? Probably. That didn't hit the boss. Oh shit. Okay, well. Probably not killing the boss here. Oh, what the hell? Oh god, okay. Yeah. Oh my god, we're so close. And we're not gonna get it. Oh, we got it! Holy, I can't believe it. Alright. What a world. Another round 3 kill. Barely. Different levels enhancement. Will not carry over collected wishes in it. Okay. I can challenge it repeatedly. Okay. So, wait. I see. Okay. Level 110. Oh boy. 10 seconds on the field, number of wishes. Okay. Oh, okay. This is the... That is all the rewards. So the last one is just for fun. That's fine. We will definitely do at least a round for fun. I think we've gotten all the rewards? Yeah. So now it's just... questing, watch 6 companions, and a little bit of that. Sure. That's fine. Okay. This moon we share, is this the quest? Yeah, this is the quest. Okay. We'll navigate to the quest for now. Where's the shopping? Shopping's right over there. Go to the shopping real quick. And then, scatter! And then we'll do one mode there, or one thing there. Okay, what can we buy here? I don't remember. As we buy C1, R1, truly feel bad for anyone without her first constellation. Makes her gameplay loop so nice and satisfying. What are you doing for a combo with Zubai C1? But thank you for saying that. That gives me more reason not to go for her. The more that people feel like, ah, yes, C1 is a nice gameplay change, the more I'm like, well, okay, I don't want to pull 2 copies of her. So, oh, I see. Okay, so yeah, make sure you buy this shit. I didn't realize there was a crown and Primogems in this. I thought this might have just been cosmetic things. No, this is where you get important things. I'm a 10 pull away from hopefully getting to buy a C1. Best of luck. Why is C1 so good? I mean, it's a substantial damage upgrade, I think. But it also lets you just immediately... So, like, you don't have that aspect where you, like, just normal attack and feel like you're not doing damage right away. That's probably what they're talking about. It feels probably much better to do E and then E immediately. Plus, you get... Because it takes 70 points and not 100 points, but C1 gives you 100 points. That should let you do some combos that let you, like, E. Right? Like, I'm guessing C1's ideal combo is actually probably something like E, N4, E. Or no, it's probably like, I don't know, what is it? Like, C2, I feel like C1's strength actually accidentally makes C2 much worse, especially with the fast combos you can do. Like, it's probably like E. Based on how her combo works at C0, it's probably like E. And like the key thing, by the way, with her combo is actually realizing how you can adapt to it. Because like you can do E, N1E, QE. Sorry, it's N4, EE, N1E, QE. But you can also do like N4, E. And then oftentimes the N1 thing doesn't work. So you can then Q, E. Like it does work out like that. I assume C1 lets you kind of bypass some of the N4s, right? So you could probably do like EE, maybe N1E, and then... I'm just trying to think like hypothetically. And then Q somewhere in there, obviously. Like probably the ideal would be EE, N1E, Q, E, and then maybe N4E? Maybe? Oh, a bunch of combos in chat. Duraha, EE, N1E, N1E. Oh, you can do EE, N1E, N1E, N4E, QE. Nice. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, isn't that 6 E's? That's 6. EE, N1E, EE, N1E, N1E, N4E, QE. Why 6? This is a combo I've used around. Why is there 6 E's there? Oh, you're talking. Sorry, the initial E activation. You're writing down. That's fair. That's fair. I wasn't computing the initial E activation. Yeah. E doesn't sound real anymore. Yeah. What do we even? Yeah, it's just rotation notation. So like after you activate, we're talking about like what you do for Z-Buys combos, and yeah, no, I can see where you're coming from. Where, if you can bypass having to, like, you essentially bypass an additional the conclusion there is that C1 allows you to bypass it completely an additional N4, which probably makes her feel like just doing a lot more in general, and probably feels better and faster to do her damage. So yeah, that's cool. Anyways, may as well buy a bunch of Shadow Lanterns. Wait. All right. Cool. So all the rewards. What are my Primogems at? Wow, massive 6,171. I'm at pity, and now we do story, and we see if the game convinces me to try to go for her. But I want to be clear, going for her would mean probably not going for Varka. And I think I want Varka. I still think I want Mr. Duke. As much as I wish Mr. Duke was a little bit different, I think I still want Mr. Duke. But I don't know. There are fun things with Zibai. So she did end up much more fun than expected. Why am I here? Need to go do story. It's like 2 seconds faster than C0. Interesting. Even with a Q. God. That is unironically tempting. If I already had her, that would be tempting. If you can do it in 9 seconds with a freaking Q, that's ridiculous. Because her Q is like 3 seconds, yo. So if you can do 5 E's in freaking like 5-6 seconds. I got a free Lanya for our story. I already claimed my thing, but yeah. Switch back to you. Okay.
The campaign begins.
wait, I mean, I guess I should have kept the freaking flying character in my party. Whatever. I will. Her pull rates are so much worse than Columbina. I mean, yeah, that's because everyone spent their wishes on Columbina, and Zibai is very optional, which is not surprising. And she's not a character that anyone was like hyped up for before this patch, and they're completely relying on people being like liking her in this story quest and whatever. I spy with my little eye a wonderful
Your
being.
grandfather is of the same opinion, Miss Lanyon.
Will autoplay.
Yes.
Will I eat my
On
my
Lantern
my
Rite,
bar?
The moon shall go dark.
I ain't skipping.
That's what
Obviously,
the
I'm not
signs are
skipping Lanyon.
indicating. Celestial observation isn't Grandpa's strong suit, but he discussed it with several other elders from our clan, and their conclusion was the same. It's consistent with the information we've received from other sources as well.
Please tell me Lanyon's
You
not just a
mean the
plot
whole
device here.
thing? About the
I want
legend
more.
of Jonju the Moon Devourer? Happening in real life? Yes, that's one of them. So it's true. I thought it was just a rumor. It's true. But right now, the bigger issue is that all our sources indicate the phenomenon's gonna happen again. I'm not sure this bodes well.
Let's
Good thing
remain
I was new BA, right?
optimistic for now. We're making
I just haven't
progress
heard her in a while,
interpreting the
sorry.
artifacts, and Ganyu is consulting with the Adepti as we speak. Besides, apart from the incident at Wanmin Restaurant, there haven't been any other moon-related
thought so.
disturbances.
Mingwang, Kuching, and Lanyan! You're all here! Oh, Traveler! And Paimon!
Hello.
It's been a while. Happy Lantern Rite.
Happy
Yes.
Lantern Rite.
Happy Lantern Rite.
Kaching sounds so weird to me, actually, the more I hear it.
I thought
Ganya's
you'd be
voice
in
is
the
different
harbor
too. Oh
enjoying
boy.
the Shao lanterns.
Accidentally got Zibai, is she bad? No, she's quite good.
You're certainly not the type to visit Eugene Terrace for no reason.
She's also probably the best non-cry
Is there
DPS
something I can
if you
help you
don't
with?
have her best team.
What?
So,
We're not allowed to just drop in
yep.
on our friends during
Like you
the
don't.
festive
She
season?
wants Columbina. She'd be really nice to have
I was
Columbina
only
for. Most
teasing.
people, I think, would want, but
You're welcome to visit us
also
anytime you wish.
still quite functional without.
Happy
Right.
Lantern Rite.
Bye, Gerato.
Oh, and about all the moon business you were just
Charlotte's
talking
voice is
about?
different. Yeah, I know.
have
I know
something to
Charlotte's
show
be a
you.
step down.
Here,
Which
take
I don't know. Man,
Whoa.
Charlotte's like
Something really did take a chunk out of the moon.
yeah.
Someone managed to
Charlotte's
capture a picture of it.
Voice
Is
like when
this
losing the
Jonju
Shupa, the
the
Shupa is
Moon
gonna be
Devourer,
gone,
then?
isn't it?
Even
I
though
just
we
want to
confirmed
keep
this
her
event
combat
took place,
voices, please.
I still
Please.
can't quite believe what I'm seeing. Where did you get this picture?
From Xiangling. She found it when she was cleaning up after that customer caused a scene. She thinks they must have
Charlotte
dropped
BA
it.
did an amazing job. I mean, that's good.
Is this Chawang
But-
Terrace?
I'm just going to guess that my brain is not going to have the same exact weird thing that happened where I heard Truth Bomb as Shupa. I'm just going to guess the most minor of subtleties is what caused my brain to mishear that, right? And that is going to be gone when the combat voice line changes, I assume. But anyways,
No, it's just where I'm from. It said that Chawang Terrace was where the ancient people of Chenyu Vale communicated with the heavens. And in this picture, the moon happens to be right above Chawang Terrace. I was just surprised, that's all. It's probably just a coincidence.
That's interesting because the ancient people of Chenyu Vale migrated there from the chasm area.
The chasm? So, that place is involved too?
how does Truth Bomb become
According to our
Shupa? Because
investigation,
brains are weird,
That
yo.
customer you just mentioned, Lu Xiangshang, her father and
We
grandfather
perceive
were
things in
merchants
weird
near
ways.
the
Our brain
harbor,
interprets sounds
and her mother and
in very
grandmother
odd ways.
grow tea in
And
Chaoying Village.
when I'm
A few
listening
days
to
ago,
Charlotte's
She left her home in Chaoying
burst
Village
activation
to
thing
join a
in combat
civilian
and she says Truth
archaeological
Bomb,
team funded by
my brain the
Hosha
longest time
Hall,
heard
and
Shupa,
ended up
and I
excavating some
still hear
artifacts in the
Shupa a
chasm
lot.
area. These artifacts were then entrusted to Shigu Antiques.
Sorry, trying to pay
and are
attention to
said
the
to be
trying to read.
featured in an upcoming
Uh,
exhibition. Then, of course, the incident at Wanmin
And
Restaurant occurred.
anyways, Yes, we do not listen when our brain interprets sounds we are hearing. It is not the same as when we are
And
reading
now,
things on
seems
paper.
Like she also went
right?
to Chawang Terrace and took
So
that picture.
it was the
of
other
the
way. Shoot bomb
disappearing.
became truth bomb. Exactly.
Chawang Terrace? Things are getting pretty complicated.
She's not in a good mental state, so we took her to Boo Boo Pharmacy to get some help. Why don't you come with me to check up on her? Then let's head there now.
With Onion, please. Sorry, finishing granola bar. No, we're waving goodbye to Lanya.
Now that I see this picture, it looks less like a piece of the moon was eaten, and more
Yeah.
like something is obscure.
But what sort of thing could block out the moon?
Something that casts a shadow. But no, it's not an eclipse. Anyways, put her in the party. True. By the way, I like desperately need more team slots again. Like, I have reasons to want to keep every single one of these teams here. Please, just let me add more if I need more. Well, yeah, sure, just play. And we're gonna go walk here manually, cause I can. Can't stop me. We don't need to teleport 2 meters. Something is definitely eating the moon. Yeah. Which character is most likely to eat the moon? Siege Queen's down here. Oh, it's here. Varessa. I mean, the yeah. Chi-Chi. Yeah, Chi-Chi might do that.
Ah, Lady Yu-Hung. Oh, and the Traveler and Paimon are here as well.
What a pleasant surprise. Happy Lantern Rite.
I hope we're not interrupting Dr. Baiju.
Not at all. I assume you're here to see the patient? Unless it's it's quite unstable. She's even more agitated than when she first arrived. I had no choice but to prescribe a calming draught and to have her rest.
So she's getting worse? That isn't
Also,
the news I was hoping
rare
for.
Chongshun line.
It's just
the
a
way?
precaution. Based on an
Almost like
earlier
a granola bar.
conversation with
That'll
her,
be able to eat out
it
properly.
seemed more like a fixation than anything else. She hasn't lost her mind.
That's right. When we asked about it, she kept insisting she was going to be famous far and wide. Well, it might not be far and wide, but she...
Not often, that's for certain. From my initial assessment, the patient...
Didn't mean to skip that line. All right, there we go.
What could have
Done with
caused such a thing?
granola
The
bar.
relics from the chasm? Or the moon above Chawang Terrace that night?
Come back in 2 days, and you might just have your answer.
Okay, this line come out as a little bit ominous to anyone else. Come back in 2 days and you might have your answer. Like, what? I don't know, something about how he said that.
Come back in 2 days, and you might just have your answer.
You might just have your answer. Like, that's how he said that. The first part of it wasn't that, like, ominous. But then he's like, and you might just have your answer. Anyways,
I suppose that's all we can do for now. We'll take our leave then, Dr. Baiju.
Of course. If you need anything else, don't hesitate to stop by.
we had to wait 2 real days. Oh, is this where the first quest actually ends?
Those relics from the chasm, aren't they being featured in an exhibition tonight?
That's right. Are you...
Yeah. We wanted to have a talk with
Go
John
to an
May
auction.
anyway.
Oh yeah, talk to
Yeah.
Jungle Doggles.
Paimon's even more...
I would, except
Kaching
every
sounds so
item in the
weird.
exhibition
How do the
had to be
Kaching mains feel
registered
about
with the
Kaching's
Ministry of
VA? Like, she
Civil
doesn't sound
Affairs.
bad, but she just
So I'm afraid it's
sounds
been
like a completely
spoiled
different
for me.
character.
I reviewed them all myself. There are some rather peculiar artifacts, that's for certain.
Yeah. The word jade appears a whole bunch, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'd never really do events
do
the
you
moment they
know?
start.
Shincho told us. He said there were some ancient
I don't like
poems on
having.
them,
I
too.
prefer doing them all together.
He's quite well informed, isn't he?
Like her voice is a
Well,
side grade.
he's
Yeah, it's not
not.
like I dislike it. It just
We believe they're
don't know,
direct
something about it doesn't
references
sound
to
like
the
Ching.
ancient nation of long gone.
I forgot how she sounded.
As for
That's
the
fair.
other text, instead of regular poetry, it seems to be more like ceremonial language used to worship
Okay.
The moon and the gods?
Well, looks like it's almost time for the exhibition.
Does
You
Columbina
two
join
should
this
head
quest
over.
at all, by the way?
There's an usher at the harbor who will lead you to the venue.
I feel like she should. You don't have to spoil that. I don't really care if anyone spoils that
Not at
specific
all.
question, to be clear.
The exhibition is free to the public.
Because if she is here, that would actually
The
just make me
people
more
of
interested in
Liyue have
continuing
a
the story.
great respect for our history.
But you don't have
and
to.
are
If you
eager to
feel
learn
like
from
it's
it.
better to not
Plus,
spoil
the
it.
exhibition is being organized by Linlong,
She seems less
the owner
sassy,
of
yeah.
Shigu Antiques. As
She's
far as
chilling in
I
her
know,
moon base, no Bina.
It's
Sad.
been a
Okay.
long-time goal of hers to hold a cultural exhibition of this scale.
Yes, we're in
Okay.
for a real treat tonight.
Yes, have a great time. There's
Alright,
still
have
more
fun.
artifact after seeing the picture you brought. There's a few ideas.
You're hard at work even during festivals?
I'm simply fulfilling the responsibilities of my position.
Yes, Kaching is a workaholic. We
Alright.
know. Mm-hmm.
Well, guess we should head over to the harbor and find out.
Hello, Zepsi. How are you? Alright. Did the Kaching's voice lines update? Can we still hear any of the old VA in her voice lines? Profile.
I am Kuching, Yuhung of the Liyue Qixing. We live in an era of change.
Yeah, that's the old VA,
as
right?
The old order that has existed for 1,000 years is about to be rewritten. Join me. Incoming! Speed of light! Don't blink!
Yeah, this is the old VA. Unless I'm having a stroke.
Don't worry. Snowfall on this.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It sounds different. Like a different character. That's all that's weird about it. Alright, I don't think the new VA did a bad job. And in some ways, if they're going to replace VAs, I kind of somewhat prefer the approach of just let the new VA do a new thing and let them sound different, rather than like the VA having to like force themselves to try to sound like the old VA, right? But anyways, I do really strongly prefer if like we have the option to keep the old VA for combat at least, though. So, anyways, I can really, oh yeah. We'll go do the other two too. Lanian. Oh, I hit it. Okay. Lanian. From base. Opponent nearby. Alright. Wait, that was a gift. There was a gift in that one. Didn't you realize?
Another one finished. And the paint's all dry. Oh, happy holidays! Are you here for a Shao Lantern too? Yep. You know how Miss Pingxi made a customizable lantern frame? Well, lots of people bought them to tinker with. Oh, Gaoming got one too. I offered to help, but he was adamant about doing it himself. Some of my neighbors had an idea about what to make, but didn't know how to execute their vision. So they came to me for some
I can see
hands-on
Lanian
help.
doing that.
And after weaving them for everyone else, I made one for myself too.
Lanian the
Now
type
it's
to
just time
do.
to release it. Huh.
No,
What
what's the
should I
equivalent? I mean, that's the equivalent of my of my friend who has been crocheting various like dolls and various dolls and a million different things that she just makes because she likes making them. And occasionally keeps some things for herself, but mostly has a problem of needs to get rid of them. But anyways, so she gives them out for free. Collect. Claim. Wait, next year I want... Oh, this is the one from Lania. I thought this was one from that person for a second. Want to keep learning more about rattan weaving. Maybe by the next Lantern Rite I'll be able to weave a Mingxiao lantern myself. Claim. Check out flowers. I didn't realize this was her specialty. Nice. It's a stamina specialty even. Let's go. Alright, I should make more of those. Anyways. Wait, now can you make more? I assume that's, or is that only birthday?
Yeah.
Do I have an alt account? Yes. Oh, I just saw your message. Made 3 accounts with the Benefa, other was Zibai, Columbina, so far I'm genuinely enjoying Zibai team, but at the same time miss Nefa Shield. Yeah. Tends to be how it goes if you like shielders. But you do have other options for shielders, not necessarily as many for Zebai herself. But there was some stuff people were doing with like Electro Traveler, because if you put an Electro Aura on the enemy and you have energy refunding, which is nice for Columbina. Like I saw some people being able to burst every rotation with Columbina and Zebai together with Electro Traveler, with Columbina on like 120 ER build. And then having the Electro application from Electro Traveler means you get Electro Crystallize, which means you get a shield generated. And Zebai with a whole bunch of EM buffs, and being a tanky unit in general, because your defense stat reduces the amount of damage your shield takes. And then if you're generating Electro Crystallize shields, that is a shield that with a whole bunch of EM can scale up actually to a pretty sizable amount of HP. And that means you can actually use Harbinger of Dawn and have a shield against most contexts. So, I don't know. The stuff people have been doing with Zebai with Electro Traveler is kind of cool. So, actually, I wonder if Tarz has seen that. Maybe because Tarz is trying to. Well, no, Tarz has already done Electro Traveler, I think. Yeah, he did Electro Traveler with Fleens. So, anyways, examine, claim. Thank you for the crab. I very much needed that. It's a very nice looking lantern, Lanyan. Wait. Anyways, do the other two, I suppose, or other three, other four. Emily, good lord. Let's go do Mr. Prison Guard or Prison Warden.
Why not treat yourself to a seasonal gift?
I can talk to her again. Oh, my bad. Should have predicted that. Dang it.
Now I need to deliver the rest of the Shao Lanterns.
Goodbye and a happy Lantern Rite.
Happy Lantern Rite! Be sure to enjoy yourself.
We will. Thank you, Lanyan. Alright. You get the character special lanterns for the teapot at the end of the quest. Nice. Good to know. What time is it, by the way? 4:17? Okay. We'll see if we can get to this quest. I'm going to guess not. We will see, though. I'm strongly considering, this is again part of the consideration of like, I don't know how much I will care about like playing Enfield enough that I want to log in regularly to like accrue resources. I think I might just embrace the Gamba, and because of the fact that this will solve like, because spending a little bit more on weapon banner will allow me to like by spending more on character ban, I'll get more weapon banner currency. I can buy Valiant, I can get the choice selector boxes. I might just throw all my wishes on the Gilberta banner, and I would probably prefer to lose the 50-50, but I think I might just do it. I might just kind of go all in on Gilberta and see how many copies of Gilberta I can get in Enfield just for the fun of it. Why not? Why? Because Lanyan VA, but also I like her utility for different teams. Like she's a pretty universal support as long as you don't mind the healing loss, and I don't know. So,
Traveler, had a feeling
is it
I might
open
run
world?
into you
Yeah, it's
here.
more open world.
Allow me
It's
to
not like
extend
Zenless.
a traditional Liyue greeting. Happy Lantern Rite.
Hello,
Correct.
Risley.
I
Yeah.
requested one from Miss Ping Shi. Seems she
Okay.
really did secure a professional photographer.
Oh yeah, I
Shall
forgot
we,
the
then?
photo.
Take it. Sure.
We didn't get to take a
Do I need
photo
to
of
strike a pose,
Lanyan.
or-
Perfect.
Let's see.
This is what ping she gets.
Not bad. Pretty standard shot. If you look at it from the neck up, it could even pass
Is
for a
that that
mugshot.
how Risley takes
I'll be keeping
mugshots?
this. Really appreciate the help. Oh, and to you too. I'll still need to buy some gifts.
What is that
later,
angle? Don't worry about it.
Other than
Although you should visualize, like whenever you see funny angles, the best thing to do when you see funny angles for photos, imagine the photographer perspective, because the photographer had to go, you know, on the ground mostly. Well, okay, in this case you could get that angle by like being down here, but most likely the photographer has to go like lay on the ground and do some things. So anyways, it's not very open world, it's kind of open world. I mean, I understand where you're coming from, but I think Enfield is about just as open world as Genshin is. It's a little bit more linear in some of its structure for how you progress through certain sections of the open world, I would say. Like, you have to do the main quest to unlock a lot of things. That's the main key difference, I would say, with Enfield's open world. It's like if you wanted to like unlock sections of Liyue, you have to continue going through the Liyue quest, and it takes you through the area, kind of thing. So that's maybe why you feel it isn't as open world, but I'd say it's still pretty open world. It also has a lot of invisible walls, I guess, in certain areas. So like, I understand where you're coming from, but it has much more large environments and like open exploration that you do compared to Zenless. It's much closer to Genshin than it is to Zenless, as far as the question that was asked. I don't know. Like, I think it does a good job at feeling like it is its own exploration. I think they did a good job integrating the world, and it's not just overly open. Like, I think actually like too open of open world games is not necessarily the correct way to do them. I mean, there's no correct way to do it. It's an art, not a science, whatever. Hello, Leela. So, blah 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 blah. I quite like the exploration in Enfield and how they integrated it into the game as a whole. That's what I would say.
Come true? Oh, you're in Liyue too? Yeah, my advisor sent me.
It's so funny how tired she sounds.
She said participating in folk festivals might help spark some inspiration for my research. But I work on star charts. I'm still not sure, but
What game are you talking about?
already
Enfield.
brought
We
me
did say
a
it multiple
ticket
times.
and escorted me onto the boat before I even had a chance to ask.
Not flying over like another gouches and make exploration boring. Yeah, I think it's refreshing having a like open world-ish game that doesn't let you just like fly around and climb everything. Like that's sorry, Layla. That's the real reason probably some people are like, oh, it's not open world, because you can't just freely climb and explore, and you can't just put yourself in every nook and cranny. You can't fly over the whole ass world. You can't, like, I understand that since Breath of the Wild, that's now like the standard for open world games, that you can freely go about and do whatever the fuck you want, but open world games don't have to fucking freely let you go fucking everywhere, in my opinion. Right? Like, I think that's silly, personally. To try to say like open world games have to be like Breath of the Wild style. I think it's kind of refreshing having an exploration as a core focus of the game, and it be fairly open with where I can choose to go. Like, it's very easy to have like the normal thing where like, oh, you see a thing in this direction, I'm gonna go that direction now, even though the quest is like saying go this direction, right? And like, I don't know, I quite like it. Overwhelmed by the factory. I mean, if you don't like the factory, I think there's fuck all reason to play the game. I think the reason to play the game is because you like the factory, personally, and I think they actually should lean into the factory more, because quite frankly, the factory is what the factory, as it interconnects to the exploration and as it interconnects to some parts of character progression, I actually feel they should do more with the factory, not less. And I feel like the main problem the game has right now, in my opinion, is actually me. There's like a very clear finite endpoint for messing around with the factory right now. So, but Breath of the Wild still have restrictions of climbing and range. I mean, so does Genshin with stamina. Like, yeah. My point is like, you are only walking on the ground in Enfield. And your exploration is based on like interacting, like moving across. Well, sorry, you do have jumping, to be clear. But the jumping is, they have very specifically designed like gaps for things that you can't like jump over certain gaps. You can like try. There is some shenanigans you can do with like some jankery with movement, because it lets you try, but it also they designed it to like, no, you have to go and find the jump pad to jump across this gap, not to jump manually, right? So anyways, but yes, I think Enfield is definitely an open world game. It's just not the same as like a post Breath of the Wild open world game, and that's fine, and I think good. It's a little refreshing having a game that doesn't just follow the same ass open world format for exploration. It is at least, if it's not open world view, it is at least an exploration focused game, as part of the core content focus. So yeah, and I think the exploration is good.
I'm not sure I need a whole year of luck.
And the integration of that into the factory, I think, also works pretty well.
Time to submit my thesis
But
wouldn't hurt.
I do think actually more should be in the factory, because like I think the factory is in this state where, as it currently is, it probably turns away people that don't like the factory stuff, and the people that do like the factory stuff, I think, will be like me, where they reach a point where like there's just not much to do with the factory after a certain.
So
Like, I can see the end point.
One.
But as they add more content in new patches, I assume one thing they will do in new patches is, one, hopefully add more stuff to make in the factory, and they will add new like items that I want, like say new gear I want to craft. But right now the way that you craft gear is just by crafting a component for the gear rather than crafting the gear directly. I think there should actually be reason for me to tear down my whole ass factory every single patch. Not whole factory. I should have reason to tear down major components of what my factory is actually producing every patch, in my opinion. I think there is something cool as far as a factory game as a gacha, and gives me reasons to redo things in my factory over time.
Thanks. I should release the lantern now, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Layla's really funny, I don't know. I think, well, whatever. Anyways. Ooh, I like her lantern. It's little stars. Can I, there we go. Thesis needs to get approved. It needs to, no, I shouldn't think about my thesis. I should be resting. She says well on vacation. That's very funny. This looks like a nice dish. That's a rare Genshin dish that I'd actually be interested in trying.
please let me pass. Please let me pass. Please. Huh? Oh, yep.
Alright.
Happy Lantern Rite.
Alright, poor Layla.
So much stuff. I need to find a spot where I can write all this down.
Assume Emily is up here. She's the real one we're here for. Hello. It's been forever since you actually existed in this game.
Happy holidays. It's been some time since
Lantern Rite event made my Varka funds go to Horsey.
You could say that. I had already
We
planned
haven't
to
met
come
her
to
yet,
Liyue
so
to research floral
don't know what it'll
essences.
do for me.
So when I heard there was a merchant ship heading here, I decided to join them.
Nice.
I had no idea I'd arrive just in time for Lantern Rite.
Nice
In
coincidence
deference to
when
the
you
season,
travel.
I've
I mean,
decided to
that's
put
happened to
all
me
work
before, where I
aside
travel and
and
there's like
simply
some event
enjoy
going on. It's like,
myself.
oh, alright. Partake in it.
I even asked a young lady to teach me to craft Xiao lanterns. In fact, I was just about to release it. Thank you. She told me
You know, I
it's
think this is the first time she
traditional
showed up
to
in
write down a
any
wish
event.
before releasing it. Still, I'm not quite sure what to write.
I have no idea what she'd write. I have no conception of what her actual characterization is. May the new year grant everyone a bit of time to pause and take in life's more comforting sense. That's a nice little simple. Oh yeah. Many will think she's an NPC, you know. There's probably a non-zero amount of people who are like, I didn't know this was a character in Genshin. They're like, I like her design. Is her kit good? I want to get her on rerun. And then you'll have the boring, terrible Zajeffs of the world that then say like, oh no, she's not worth getting because she doesn't power creep the game. I'm sorry. Sorry. I maintain like Zajeff's perspective is part of why we have power creep. I don't think Zajeff likes to acknowledge the fact that his perspective essentially encourages power creep design. Just saying. Anyways. Where the hell is Siege mean? The Realm of Clouds. What is that? Oh, it's this. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't realize she was still stuck. Okay. That's fine. But, anywho's, you don't have to have Kanich for Emily. If you like Emily, is what I would say. Emily is a very, very fun character. How many teams do I even have her in my list currently? Let's see. 1. I really like Dura and Emily, main DPS Columbiana. This works so much better than I thought it was going to work. It's really fun. Yeah, I like this. To be clear, I actually do prefer Fischl here over Shalonen. Over C2 Shalonen. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Shalonen. They made Fischl a little too good with Hexerai and in conjunction with Durin. I prefer Fischl here. But Shalona is here because Shalona is nice for overworld, so I keep Shalona here as the default, so I can deploy it if I want Shalona for overworld. And then yeah, Setho's Overburn. It's fun. Not my preference. I like Chlorine Overburn more. I've done stuff with DPS Kirara. Can I delete Skirk Burgeon at this point? It's funny, but you know, actually, I needed more. I need more team slots free. I'm gonna need some slots for, well, at least one slot for Varka. So, assuming I get him. And anyways, oh, there's one more. Yep, this is very fun, especially in AoE. This goes hard. Lanion is just because I like Lanion, to be clear. But also one cool thing that Emily does is she does enable. What happened to your build? Oh, oh yeah, sorry, I remember. I was doing shenanigans on Emily, on Yao Yao. Burning, and if you're doing a burning team, if you're playing Emily, right? Like you should be. Burning enables burning enables a really strong artifact set in the form of this set, which gives a whole bunch of damage bonus to just universally, it's just damage bonus for anything you do, and then attack percent. And like one problem Lanyon has is that DPS Lanyon, her damage contribution is from her skill and her burst. It is not one or the other for like damage types, and that means like I don't really like Golden Troop on her for various reasons. It also is a little bit annoying to keep up the buff properly. Blah 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 blah. Even though her like majority of damage is her skill. And this is a team format that allows me to, you know, I can burst every rotation on Lanyon, have the burning set, and the fact that I have the burning set here makes up for the fact that I, you know, removed a buffer, because Emily is doing her own damage and not buffing Lanyon, but Doer and Eventi are buffing Lanyon, so I really like this team. W on Mies for suggesting this, by the way, because I hadn't considered. I tried this team initially, and I didn't really care for it until I could use the burning set on Lanyon. And then Emily just goes on Deepwood here, of course, because it's fine. Mies says best burning team is now Emily without Kinich because she scales better than Kinich. I don't disagree personally. And yeah, and then there's like, yeah, there's just on-field Emily things. Put Bennett here instead of Lanyon, and you can on-field Emily with Bennett buff, and her burst can go ridiculously hard, especially if Venti can group enemies. And then you can switch to Venti and do some Venti damages after doing Emily damage. So, didn't pull Zibai yet. I tried to get copies of Itlua, and one inclination I have, by the way, not to go for Zibai, is I got a copy of Itlua. I'm at pity now. I'm at 74. I got a copy of Itlua, which kind of annoys the hell out of me. So, yeah. Every meta-analysis of the game. It's not meta-analysis. Like, I think what I do is I engage with the meta, but I engage with the meta of, like, what kinds of different things can you use Emily for that are interesting team options? Because, like, showing the spread of different team options, I think, will show, like, okay, how different accounts, depending on what characters you have and blah, 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 can have different options for doing fun things with this character. By the way, it's too bright here. Put it to nighttime. And like so like power creep happening due to like an over focus on meta is not the focus on meta, in my opinion. It's the focus on the rhetoric and the meta being always must use the strongest team, always do the most damage possible with character. And why would I ever consider playing character without using their best team on a spreadsheet? Even though, like, a character's best team can literally be completely different depending on the enemy you're fighting, especially with Stygian, which is the evaluation context we actually need to look at. And like for like the strongest teams in the game, to be clear, which is what the meta peoples like Zajev do. It's an over focus on only considering the best thing possible without looking at contextual relevance for interaction with other things for the ton of players that will have different amounts of things available to them, and acknowledging that depending on the kind of content players care about playing in, these characters can have different amounts of utility. That's my problem. And I think that causes power creep, because when all of the combat people just focus on like, oh, this character doesn't reach this amount of DPS. That's the problem with Varka. Like, no, it's not the problem with Varka. I think that is a problem, but it's a problem because of his kit and the fact that the more interesting versatility options, the different team options that Varka can actually, in theory, do, are made much worse by the fact that his best team is also not that good relative to the best things. That's my perspective. And I think my perspective is a healthier one to have, that if people just embrace the differing context nuance that characters have for their utility, we'd have less of a problem with power creep. But instead, we have a problem with power creep because they gotta engage with the combat players that are just like, no, must do more damage. Why would I care about getting character if I don't do most damage possible? If you always have a perspective of I must do the most damage possible, of course they're just gonna release fucking characters to appeal to you. That's why Zajev likes fucking Muiko so much, because Zajev likes power creep. And he says he doesn't like power creep, he's lying. Otherwise he wouldn't like Muiko. Just saying.
After you.
Anyways, there's my Zajev rant for the stream. Why do my viewers go up when I rant about Zajev?
Look at all the antiques on this ship. It's almost too much to take in.
St. Joe was his favorite characters, the non-damage benefits to give? Yeah. Zajev still plays, like, weird, wacky, fun things. Fairly often, by the way.
Greetings.
Just, yeah.
I trust you've been well since last we met?
See, Lolly does not get enough blame from Muiko's power level. I mean, see, Lolly is only as strong as they make pyro characters that can take advantage of her. He just ended his stream. Oh, that explains it. Hello, Zhongli.
Look at the devil. You're right where Hu Tao said you'd be.
Ah, so Director Hu
That's
gave me away,
it's
did
amusing that I coincidentally ranted about Zajev the moment. the same time he ended his stream. Who is Zajev? On the English side of the community, in my mind, he is probably the most notable, infamous, famous, whatever word you want to use, theory crafter, particularly for pre-release content.
Don't act like you're up to some super secret business. We know you just do whatever you feel like.
Yo, Traveler, Paimon,
A surprisingly high amount of information and discourse on how people talk about things in the English side of the community can very much oftentimes stem from Zajev's perspectives, to a degree that I think he underestimates. I don't think he realizes how many of things he says, whether he intends them to be interpreted the way the community interprets them, ends up getting, essentially he's like the source point for things. But I think he knows this, to be clear, and it's why in his like main videos he makes, he's pretty careful on his verbiage and like how he presents specific things, and whatever. But anyways, I think it depends on how long you play the game. I mean, yeah, it always depends. That's the point. It always depends. It always depends. Anyway, let me read the rest here. It makes sense for new players to get all the stronger characters. I mean, yes. I've said if you're a newer player, I don't fucking disagree. If you're a newer player and your goal is that you give a shit about trying to progress towards endgame, yes, you should pull the fucking newer characters. But also, they wouldn't feel the need to only pull the newer characters if power creep wasn't fucked. Like, if the balance wasn't so fucked that older characters are just way lower value than any newer characters. So, anyways, yes, you can eventually get to the point where you can pull Zhongli or whatever. Yes, you can get to that point. But at this point, trying to play Genshin as a new player, it will take you so long to get to that point. If you want to be able to continue clearing endgame content, like continue clearing Fearless difficulty of Stygian consistently, and also try to pull some older characters to do more fun things, you're at a significant disadvantage because of how they're balancing things. If your goal is to continue clearing endgame, right? And I think if you want to just actually have more fun in the game, I think a lot of players that are newer should, and a lot of them just automatically end up doing this. You can go look through co-op, go through the co-op list and click on people's profile icons and see how long it takes before you find like a Fearless difficulty. clearer. He actually says just all his videos not to. I'm not saying Zajef says to spend money. Spending money wasn't what causes power creep. it's the feeling that it's not the feeling. It's the perspective that it's only worth pulling a character if new character does more damage in some form other than old character. Is what. Can't agree with you on that. What on what? What do you mean by that? Clarify. So, anyways, like I don't give a fuck about poll ratings except for profit. I mean, look, people overcomplicate how gachas make you spend money. They make you spend money by releasing more things that you want for the average player. And they also want you to not make rationalize, like they don't want you, rationalize, a word I hate, sorry. They don't want you to make like logical decisions. They don't want you to plan out your resources. And what they want you to do is just, and they want their RNG system to cause you to make mistakes, like how it's a mistake if you save 150 pulls for Columbina and you win a 50-50, what they want you to do is like, oh, now I have pulls I can go spend in the weapon banner, or I can go for her C1, or I can get Zibai when I originally wasn't planning on it. That's why they do things like releasing 2 5-stars right now, because they want to drain your resources. So, anyways, like that's how they make money. They don't actually need to power creep. Like to be clear, if they didn't power creep, they would make less money. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying they don't make some amount of money from power creep, but like they would make money regardless. like I'm sorry, Kiwi got C6. Not like to be clear, this wasn't all her money spending. She gets a lot of random. She has some whale viewers that give her a lot of pulls. But like Kiwi got C6 Durin and C6 Columbina and whatever. And quite frankly, do you think power creep was a reason that, and wanting to do more damage was the reason that Kiwi wanted C6? Like, anyways, so Jeff doesn't spend money. Yeah, no, he hasn't spent money since like the launch of the game. But Zajef's account is not an account that you could relate to at all. It doesn't matter. Like, you'd have to spend money. If you're a new player, you'd have to spend money to even have a chance of catching up to the progression of Zajef's account, since he's been a 1.0 player. You'd have to spend money to try to catch up, and you'd have to spend money for years to catch up. The advantage that Zajef's account, by playing for years before you played, is extremely high. And that's a nuance that no one acknowledges most of the time. It's just like, oh, he's free to play, and insert other account is not free to play. Anyways, best counterexample to power creep being required is Siren HSR. Everyone thought she'd be shit. Everyone pulled her because they loved her as a character and wanted her. Yeah. Like, so many players of gachas just pull for the fucking characters because they love them for whatever reason. And the kit barely matters, I think. I think much more matters in like marketing, whatever. I really don't actually think the vast majority of the money they make is from people like who care about the balance of things. I think it just doesn't matter. Which for-profit company has ever voluntarily gone? What are you talking about? Again, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're arguing, no distance. I'm sorry.
It's been a while, you two. Happy Lantern
I'm not saying they make $0 from power creeping shit. I'm saying it's not a meaningful component. Unless there are a vastly higher number of combat engaged players than I think there are.
When I heard these artifacts were from ancient times, I just knew I had to come learn more about them. I mean, what a discovery, right?
Yeah, Ningguang pretty much said the same thing.
Good thing about power creeps, you can just skip older units. Yeah, I mean, that might be part of the reason they power creep. Is they power creep so that newer players can just because you can have a lot of choice paralysis potentially. Like if you start Genshin as a new player and you're like, there's 100 characters, and every patch, God forbid there's a Chronicle banner, right? But every patch there's 4 characters running, and you're like, there's 100 characters in this game. I like a bunch of their designs and whatever, and then, you know, who do I pull for if I want to like progress my account? And then just having the simple answer of pull the newer characters is good on that level, I guess. Yeah.
But as you know, I'm more of a fists and punches type of person. I doubt one exhibition is gonna change that.
You're too modest, Captain. You're the leader of the Crux fleet. That takes far more skill.
Also, I
than
think
just
most people
fists and
vastly
punches.
underestimate the amount of money that Hoyoverse gets from the low spenders. Like, and the low spenders are the kinds of people who I think are ideal for them to optimize around, by the way. And by that, I mean like the Welkin Battle Pass buyers. The Welkin and Battle Pass gives you a lot more resources to level more characters and pull more characters over time. A lot more. And like, it's one of those things that actually has more of an impact on your account, especially over time, than like buying the top-ups do. But buying the top-ups seem more significant because, oh, that's spending $200 or whatever. And that's more like, oh, that feels different and whatever. But in practice, what you actually get for resources that let you do more things in the game is much more significant from the Battle Pass and Welkin for much cheaper. And anyways, Leo's entire team of people that understands and implements psychology to get users to spend money. So Luna underestimates. I'm not underestimating it. I'm fully aware. Gotchas. I'm fucking ending the stream, guys. Congrats. I no longer want to see ya.